seventh day of the Sex Offender Administration. Mercedes-Benz USA and its parent company have agreed to pay $149.6 million to settle allegations that the automaker secretly installed devices in hundreds of thousands of vehicles to pass emissions tests, a coalition of attorneys general announced on Monday. According to the coalition, the software devices optimized emission controls during tests but reduced the controls during normal operations. That's like holding in farts while you're dating, but as soon as you're married, letting it rip. Donald Trump's name is being attached to a new class of U.S. battleships that will have nuclear capabilities. Navy Secretary John Phelan referred to the warships as Trump-class battleships. The last time something was called Trump-class, it was in Trump University, and we all remember that had no class. Philip Young of Enfield and 5 other men have been charged with a string of sexual offenses against his wife over a 13-year period. Young has been charged with 56 sexual offenses, including rape and administering a substance with intent to stupefy. The 49-year-old has been charged with voyeurism and possession of indecent images of children. Now that's what I call Trump class. The U.S. military announced Monday night that a strike on an alleged drug boat in the Eastern Pacific killed 1 narco-terrorist. That's about 95 dead without due process. But on the bright side, U.S. unemployment is up 15% and food prices are higher. Trump is blowing up boats and the economy. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 23rd, 2025, the 337th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on MindDog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
I think he did.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
What's a sex offender? I'm gonna get. Oh, I have fun. I want to drink coffee. That was fucking hot. Let me get the phone here, please.
And hot.
Oh, I got it all backwards.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Oh, very bright. I got it way too bright. Unbright the bright.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
And then the bubble.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
Anyway, I don't think so. Why are you asking me now? I don't think so. Yes, I would like many viewers to come in. No, I don't like very many bots, and I don't like nezhad.com, and I don't like podcast troll trying to get me to spend money on bot. Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Yay! And the jing-jing-jingling-a-bing-bing bells. I got. All right, fine. Yeah, that's all good. So today was supposed to be the first day. We got to have a wrapper on. We're going to have some Christmas wrapping presents or some in the second hour. But kicking off our Rap Fest, our eternal Rap Fest, D Future will be here in D Future. It's already called in sick. Well, early, I need more sleep than this, man. I'm a musician, Jack. He didn't call me Jack because I don't look like Nicolas Cage. You figured that one out. So, yeah, we've already got our first sort of no-show. Well, it's a no-show. Matty B Raps will be here in the second hour. This kid, I'm looking at his YouTube. This kid is something. He's got his first video, 257 million views. It was done 10 years ago, but still, his YouTube channel is ranked 1.2K. That's fucking high. 1.2K. He's way up there. I mean, he's got 5 million views in the last 7 days, according to vidIQ. 5 million views in the last 7 days. To put that in perspective, we have about 6 million views in the last 16 years. Well, actually, that's a little bit of probably in the last 6 years. But still, Matty B Raps. What the hell is he doing here? This kid is he's knocking the world down. According to vidIQ, his YouTube channel makes $22,000 to $67,000 a month. What the hell is he doing here? What can we do for him? Yeah, maybe we'll get some kids who are into the hippie hoppity hop. Well, you know what? It's not just kids. Ron Kane is a kid, and he likes the hippity hoppity hoopity hippity hoppity rappity rippity. Yeah, so there's that. The guy with the battleships, the USS Bone Spurs is about to set sail. It's just, if you are so inclined and you want to see the 60 Minutes piece on ICE that Trump and Barry Weiss had killed, so you can't see it. Canada, some station in Canada put it out there, or on Substack. There's a link over there in the comments. I didn't have time to put the link in the description. It's links all over the map, though. It's on my Facebook page. Maybe I'll share it. It's a 13-minute piece long on the atrocities taking place in the ICE concentration camps, and that's what they are, concentration camps. So if you want to know about it, don't let them censor us. Go watch it, and then let them just get away with it. Because that's what we're gonna have here. Yeah. So that's all we got for you today. We'll in the meantime, I'm gonna play a dopey commercial. Everybody, Cantley, of all people, has some kind of holy doll. The doll has lots of holes, and you could fill it with your cock and your sperm. All right, we're in trouble now. I'm sorry. But they have deals at Tannerly, so I might as well play Steven's dopey commercial. Even without Steven here, it's still a dopey commercial, but you might want to get your Tannerly. So, you know what? They should have sent me a Christmas commercial to go along with the deals that they have going on there. So, but don't forget, I don't think Mind Dog gets the code, right? And you get your 50% off your sex doll. So.
Soft and pink. She comes without a head, but at least she'll never shit the bed. You need a fake rubber squeeze, be like Stephen Ortiz. Lube it up, it's so soft. Get your 10% off. He goes to Tannerly. He goes to Tannerly. He goes to Tannerly. He goes to Tannerly.
Yeah, there I am. In the room with me now is the hip-hop kid, the rappity rip rapper, Ron Kane. How are you, Ron? Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
That's not like hip-hop energy, bro. You got to give me like a You know, on the LIE, they have one of those electronic signs that says, drive sober or get pulled over. And I'm like, I may be drunk, but that rhyme is junk.
No, and, we're doing lean and weed, so of course it's going to be mellow.
Yeah. And the capo I told that to didn't laugh either. So there you have that. And also in the room with me now is a man who maybe he wrote it as Stex Offender. GD Fenderson. Good morning, GD. You Stexy guy.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Remember, this season is better to give than to receive, so gimme. Support your local mercenaries and enjoy the suffering.
Yeah. Gimme. D Future will be here in the D Future. I just found out about it like 5 minutes before the show. His booking guy, he had a family emergency. So we're off to a rip-roaring start with the hip-hoppy, the rappers, the rippy rappers.
Well, I know his family situation is. I was listening to some of his rhymes, and apparently the nigga got to die in every song. it's like every other line, nigga got to die.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And my brother would like that music.
It's his favorite track, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? So it is what it is, you know, because the world's going to hell anyway. It's Christmas, and next it'll be New Year's. So, you know, somebody asked me if I wanted to play a New Year's Day hangover gig. It's like, well, this is going to be annoying people. Who the fuck goes to listen to live music on New Year's Day? Nobody, right?
Yeah, that does sound like, that sounds terrible.
Okay, forget who wants to go listen to it. Who's producing it?
I know, you know, yeah, it's a restaurant that is putting this show on, but like, what do you think? They want people to come, you know, people do go to restaurants, but they want to hear, like, if they want to hear anything, it's that elevator music in the background, very low, while I order my whatever prime rib that I have on New Year's Day or something. They don't want a live music. It's out of his fucking mind. But he used to be a drunk, and this is the problem. He's still not fully sober, even though he gave up drinking about 2 years ago. So,
well, like after we did that mic last night, it just, man, kicking off the week like that, it's like, yeah, it's definitely a holiday week, because holiday weeks in comedy is like,
yeah. So I got a brutal review on the Pain Party Saturday night. It was a soul-crushing review. This is a guy, and remember I tell you that he tipped me nicely, and I was looking, and he caught me looking at it in the camera. So, and then he gave me this devastating. I mean, it was basically like if I were giving Willie a review on his comedy, it was that bad. It was like Blind Mike reviewing GD and stuff.
I said, is it worse than Willie's review of my comedy? Because Willie just came out and said that I don't know anything about comedy.
It's about on the level of that, and it was a touch dishonest. I mean, more than just a touch dishonest. And my thing was like, God, you know, it's soul crushing to me. But you're not supposed to contact these people. It's supposed to be between the company and him. But I wrote to him. I was like, why did you even bother tipping me? I'm sending you a tip back. Because be honest about it. You said, we appreciate you. You didn't appreciate me. You fucking bashed me to hell. And you know, be honest, look me in the eye and say that. Don't go to the company and say, look me in the eye and say it, and keep your fucking money. Oh, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, no one does that anymore. No one will come talk to your face.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that do talk to your face aren't telling you what they're thinking to your face.
Yeah. That's look me in the eye and tell me that I suck. Put all the stuff you put in that fucking email to the company. Say it right to my face. And then so I said to him, I'm sending you money back. You know, obviously.
Minus postage?
No, I didn't say minus postage.
Damn it. No, that's what you said. I'm sending you a tip back minus postage.
Well, I basically, and he said, no need to do that. We really appreciate you. Like, what the fuck, dude? You can't even look me in the email and fucking tell me the truth. Oh, they're contacting me now. Did he say something else?
He's watching this right now.
Yeah, listening right now.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? So now,
matter of fact, he just put in the chat. It says right here, I appreciate you, Ron, and GD.
Yeah. And I was just starting to get. I just got a little morsel of self-esteem in the art world. Like I'm starting to. I sold my first commission. I got other people asking for holiday paintings in March. Whatever. Somebody else. Where can I buy one of your paintings? And starting to feel good about it. Like, yeah, I don't suck. Maybe I don't suck. And then this guy comes along and like, you sent the worst fucking artist on Long Island in New York. Why would you send that? Dopey loser son of a.
Do you have a picture of the finished product?
I do somewhere. I could probably find that, but
no, I meant the phone. The one that's. I think your piece. The piece of work called iPhone in White.
The phone got fixed. No, I cleaned up the phone. The phone was fine by the end of the night. It was clean. It was no white paint left on it. He did mention that, but that was his guy's fault. And I said that basically. They were using way too much fucking paint, and behind my back, the kid, the youngest one of them, took the white paint and loosened it up and poured, because they're squirt bottles, and instead of squirting it, he took the cap off, poured his, and then put it back on, but didn't screw it back on. So when I went over to the guy,
so you fell for the old loose salt cap thing at the restaurant.
Yes.
Because that's what the kids do at the restaurants. They take the salt, they make it look inconspicuous, like I'm using the salt, and then they put the top back on. The next person goes, fuck, I just killed a slug on my plate.
That's exactly what went down. And the guy, and he made it seem like I was responsible, and I am responsible for it, and fine. But his fucking kid set me up with that, and they used fucking gallons, and they were like they're fucking painting a barn. And they would be painting a canvas this big. Like, come on. I said, how many times? And then they said something about I wasn't giving good enough instructions for them. They weren't listening to the instructions. And this came up several times where he said, and I said something about you shouldn't be using black hardly at all. He said, you said to use black. I said to dip the corner of the brush into black just a tiny bit. You used a whole fucking palette of black. And you're not listening to the instructions I gave you. I said right from the start. If I say just a little bit, I mean just a little bit, and water it down and all that. So fuck these people.
With how expensive food is and things like that, I think if someone did the salt prank on you today, they may get stabbed because how expensive that meal was, and you just ruined it.
Yeah. How much is
like D Future says, nigga gotta die.
So now my self-esteem is back to negative 1,000, and I have to start all over again. I'm in a bad mood. I want to cry. Can I cry?
We want to see what the painting looks like, though.
It's your paint party. You can cry if you wanna. Cry if you want to. Cry if you want to.
All right, I'm going to see if I can find the fucking paint.
Because, if your painting turned out pretty good, it just, you just.
Well, my painting turned out pretty good. Theirs did. Theirs obviously didn't. I knew that right from the start. Theirs was shit. But because they weren't following instructions, they were putting way too much paint on. Let me see if I could, I'll see if I can find mine and then theirs.
So you should add to the experience and either critique their work after they're done or bring in a critic to look at it.
Yeah.
Like, this art looks like shit. Give up as a person.
It does. Oh, you know what? It wasn't a good painting right from the start. I didn't. It wasn't one.
Was this the Grinch one?
No, it's the one after the Grinch. One after Grinch.
What's Whoville? Whoville Returns? The Revenge of Whoville? I don't know what came after the Grinch.
I don't know. No, it was called Misty Mountain. They originally picked a painting I really liked, this Misty Mountain thing. The Misty Beach thing. And then they changed it.
I was going to say, Misty Mountain, is that a Led Zeppelin theme one?
Misty Mountain is the one they ended up doing. So here, this looks like mine, right? Yeah, let me pull this up here. Oh, it won't add it because it's a HEIC instead of a JPEG. I don't know why Apple iPhone does that.
I think you said that wrong. I think it's an HNIC.
No, I said it right. Stop saying that.
I don't think so.
All right,
Ron, is it HNIC or not?
I don't know.
See, nobody knows
HNIC.
Nobody knows nothing.
We know nothing.
Nobody knows nothing. All right. Where was this? So this is my painting. It's basically Misty Mountain. It's supposed to be 4 little mountains out in like a rough water ocean or a lake or something with a couple of little islands in there and the rough water. And let me see if I can find one of theirs now to kind of open up and look at that.
It's just the blue streak with some white.
Yeah, it's
just a phone float. Okay.
Yeah, this one. This is probably the best of theirs. Let me see if I can stop screen and then add screen, right? Share screen. Boy, this is a lot of work. Window, blobbity bliff and blop and bloop. And this one. This is their version of it. So it's not that bad, right? But they're covering up the sky up here and shit. But still, I mean, it's close enough for somebody who never painted before.
Yeah. I think they did a really good job on the water, considering that they've never painted before.
Yeah, there you go. Rough water too. So
yeah, and I'm just saying, if they've never painted before and you instructed them, and that's the water they came up with, I think you did a pretty good job of instructing.
Yeah, you can tell. One person. You can tell what it is, and it does. It's not the greatest painting, but
yeah,
it's also respectable if you've never painted before.
Yeah, I think if that person put it on their mother's refrigerator with a magnet, the mom would be pretty proud.
My wife is some people, they just want to complain anyway. They because it's something they're never satisfied with the product. Whether they're buying a new car, whether they're buying fucking a toaster, they're gonna find something to complain to. That maybe it's that.
So Elizabeth was listening to yesterday's show, and I said some people just love to suffer. Some people just like the process of suffering. They just got to.
I don't think they like the process. They like they like the process of making the salesperson suffer. And I think that's because he didn't come at me. He came at the person who sold. He wrote it to and argued with the person who sold him the party. He didn't come directly at me. So he was trying to make her feel guilty for selling. Oh, maybe he was trying to get some money back.
Maybe he's trying to get some money back. How much did he tip you? He's trying to get that back. He's trying to.
I offered him it back. He didn't want it back. He tipped me $100.
No, he was trying to get it back from them, not from you.
Yeah, all right. Maybe
that way he can have his cake and complain about it too.
Yeah,
and the guy lives in.
Tipping has made things so bad,
especially for cows.
I mentioned the house. The house was exquisite. Marble floors, these big oak tables, gigantic spaces. In a very affluent neighborhood, so I don't think money was the.
But you add a bunch of gold plating, and it sounds like Trump lives there.
Yeah, but we all know though the people with money sometimes are some of the worst customers.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, but that's why I was surprised I got tipped at all, because generally rich people don't tip you, poor people tip you. People who don't have it, sure, yeah, you can have what I don't have.
Yeah, but people that typically don't have it or don't have a lot to give typically give the most.
But it almost sounds like this guy knew he was going to trash you, and this is his way of like balancing the scales. It's like, no, I gave him a great tip, but he just was a fucking sucky teacher. But I gave him a great tip, but he was awful. I mean,
I think I'm gonna get fired for contact because you're not supposed to contact him directly. But I was upset by this thing. Like, I feel like you backstabbed me here a little bit. You smiled to my face. What they do?
And all the
They
time you
smile
want to
to
take
your
my
face.
place. Yeah. All the time you want to take my place. Backstabbers.
Yeah.
Money grabbers. Haberdashers.
If I were like a person who was inclined to be a bigoted, fucking racist son of a bitch, I might, because I've had problems with one specific ethnic group with doing these paint parties. They're a little too demanding, or a little extra demanding, a little not friendly. And I'll let you guess which one that is. That's all I'll say. Who is it? Somebody at the door.
Knock, knock.
Oh,
knock,
I feel like Soupy Sales. Let me go to the door, and it's a fucking bear.
Or Saturday Night Live, Candygram.
Now let's bring up this Saturday Night Live thing because there was a guy, Steve Mazin, comedian Steve Mazin. You would hate him because in his fucking Facebook profile it says comedian Steve Mazin, and I know Steve Mazin. I know you hate that, GD, but he was talking about Saturday Night Live and how it's just as good as it ever was.
No,
they have bad shows and blah blah blah. But the thing that occurred to me is like, because you guys even said you don't have to watch it live. Why don't they just call it? Why the whole point of Saturday Night Live originally was live television, so that people would instead of going out on Saturday night, get together and watch it and like have a party, and it was like this kind of event. And now, like you guys said, we Devo it or TiVo it or DNR or whatever. It's not live anymore. It's kind of lost.
Well, it's still live. It's still live. It's shot live. It's performed live.
15 minutes delayed, right? I think 15 minutes delayed. So they actually started at 11:15. You start seeing it at 11:30.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was delayed at all.
Yeah. So it's just but it seems like almost everybody watches it TiVo'd or whatever or recorded. So what's the purpose of Saturday Night Live anymore? I get, if you're a fan of the show, you're a fan of the show. But it seems to have lost its true intent, which was to get people to stay home on Saturday night and treat it like an event. It's not that anymore at all.
Well, nothing is like that anymore, though. I mean, who really stays home?
Nothing is, but that was specifically intended to be that.
Yeah.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
I mean, it still works in its favor because the show still works off live energy.
Yeah.
And mistakes still do happen.
In front of a live audience.
Yeah.
But everybody does that. Even sitcoms do that, right? In front of a live audience.
No, not sitcoms, really.
No, depends. Some sitcoms do, some don't.
So like this season, because they had a lot of turnover, which does happen, the first couple episodes of this season were not great. They just weren't great at all. But as someone who watches the show, it has steadily gotten better. Like they're figuring out the new cast members, maybe new writers and things like that. But I mean, that show has always hit it or miss. But I think it's kind of regained its footing a little bit this season because there's been some excellent fucking sketches this season. Like the one they just did with Home Alone was fucking funny.
Well, this Steve Mazin guy was saying how he defines a good episode. He said, and I'm probably going to screw it up a little bit here, but he said a good cold opening, three good sketches in the hour, and at least one good musical performance, and he'll call that a great episode. Is that fair?
I think it just all depends. There's so many different factors. It depends on who the host is, and the host really does matter. Because the host can elevate or sink a show.
Yeah.
And they're also writing sketches sometimes around the abilities of that host.
Yeah.
And if they have a host that doesn't have, let's say, comedy chops, but they're trying to write comedy around it. It's almost like you watch a pair of dancers and one dancer dances really well, but the other one can hardly dance. So the one that dances really well does all the moves, and the other one that doesn't dance does this.
So what you're saying is a chain isn't only as strong as its weakest link, right?
I was going to say a joint is only as good as its last seed. But
no, okay. I don't know anything about that because the other part of the review was he showed up at my house high.
But
you guys know I would never get high. You guys know that, right? You understand that I've been sober every day of my 67, 68. How old am I? I forgot.
So Ron, did you watch Weekend Update?
Yeah.
Okay. The end of year thing that they do with them having to read the other one's sketches is like my favorite thing that they do all year long. And I really look forward to that. I don't know how they managed to only do one side. I don't know if that was planned that they only did one side. It's funny. The material was still good. I just don't know if it was legitimate or not. Do you think it was legit that Jost was told that we're not doing it this year? Or do you think that was just part of it? I don't know.
No, I think that's just part of it because throughout the season, they do that to each other. They sneak jokes in and and set the other one up for failure almost. So I think they still do it. They're a little more sneaky about it, I think.
Well, it was just that this time Shay didn't have to read any of the jokes that Colin Jost wrote because he didn't write any. So they say. No. My wife loved that, and she was hoping that was the end. And then they brought in more minions, and my wife hates the minions.
And even over the history of that show, from the beginning, it's always been hit or miss. Not like, one show's never been like hit. I mean, occasionally that happens when everything aligns, but it's never been like 100% because you're asking a lot of people. You're starting a show from scratch
every week.
Yeah, from the beginning of the week. Then by Saturday, you got to have something that's ready to air.
As a matter of fact, it's not even by Saturday. It's usually by Friday. They want it ready by Friday. And I was like, okay.
And they're changing shit all the way up till air as well.
And I think they have 3 stages that they have to set up and break down. So that there's always. It's funny. My wife says that looks like a different stage. We've been watching this for I don't know how long, and she says that looks like a different stage. Says, honey, they have like multiple stages.
When did they go from 90 minutes to 60 minutes? That was like within the first 5 years somehow, right? It's been 60 minutes pretty much since like 1980, right? Or am I wrong?
Still 90 minutes. The reruns are 60.
Yeah, they run about an hour and a half. A show probably runs about an hour 10, hour 15.
Really?
If you factor in the commercials and things.
I thought they cut it back to an hour. It was originally 90 minutes, and they cut it back to an hour. I'm wrong.
No, it's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes in the time slot, but Ron's right because they probably added more commercial time. It's like more commercials and stuff like that. So it's probably the runtime is probably about 1:15.
What the fuck happened to me that I thought it was 60 minutes?
You may be watching the reruns.
I am not watching anything. That's the problem.
But the reruns
I didn't watch. I haven't really seriously. I haven't watched it since that Jean Dumangian took it over. Right before Dick Ebersol took it back, that Jean Dumangian or whatever her name was, she was, and that was when Charles Rocket went on and dropped the F-bomb live.
What was that, like 30, 40 years ago?
45 years ago.
Yeah, so a lot has changed in 45 years.
Yes. Except my underwear. That has not changed in 45 years. I'm going to change it today.
The biggest complaint I have with that show currently is that because I guess it's NBC Universal or whatever, there's really a strong push when they find someone to really push as like their next star or to be in commercials and things like that. That's what,
for a year since the beginning, it was always like a launch pad for a big star to come out and do a movie. And now I wouldn't even know like who the big star who came out of there and left Saturday Night Live to have a movie career is. Like for years, I mean, there was one after another was coming out of that show. And now who's coming out of there to do movies? They're not even making comedy movies anymore. So why even bother?
Yeah, right? I mean, Kristen Wiig has done some stuff. Jason Sudeikis, of course, Will Ferrell.
Kate The one who does the alien thing, Kate. I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, and currently there would be Mikey Day because he's doing shit on Netflix, and like he's wrote a lot of he wrote the George Washington skit, and he's written some other sketches as well. That have done well.
What, the Nate Bargatze joke? Is that what you're talking about, the George? Because that's the only
That's
George
a good sketch. That's a good sketch.
That's fucking great. I've seen that one. You know, that was fucking as good as
they have a similar one with Christmas that I thought was really good as well.
Yeah. What does sunshine mean? Heated tiles. What is that referencing? Heated tiles. What? Huh? What do you not?
And did you see Sarah Sherman do the raccoon? That was funny.
No, I didn't.
On like last week or whatever. Sarah Sherman, when she was on Weekend Update, did the drunk raccoon story, and that was fucking funny.
Did the Rev talk about Sarah Sherman or something? Or maybe we did on this, because there was one of the AI clips.
We talked about it here. I was saying I watched the special.
I didn't publish that short that AI did because I said, look, AI fucked up, because they do fuck up a lot with names and stuff. And I saw Sarah Sherman. I was like, look, they turned Sarah Silverman into Sarah Sherman. What the fuck, AI? So I'll go publish that today. I didn't even know there was a Sarah Sherman. So there you go.
Yeah, I was talking about my wife and I watched her stand-up special.
Yeah. All right.
And my wife made it 12 minutes, and because I can't watch anymore.
So, wow.
That just came out, didn't it? I haven't checked it out yet. I should check it out.
Now, I watched it all the way through, even though I lost interest at about 15 minutes in, shortly after my wife lost interest. But I watched it the rest of the way because I had a theory. Hypothesis when I was watching. Because before it started, I said, okay, this is kind of like a Pee Wee Herman show. You know, it looks and seems just like Pee Wee Herman, you know, his old big Pee Wee's Playhouse thing. But there was pieces or remnants or an homage in my mind to Sandra Bernhard. So it's almost like Pee Wee Herman and Sandra Bernhard had a baby show, and this was it.
Yeah, I think there was some allusion to Sandra Bernhard in there.
That makes sense, though. Right. I mean, Sarah Sherman, I mean, she dresses like a clown or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that actually makes perfect sense.
Sunshine says I was talking about nice homes. They did not have heated tiles in that home. Now it all makes sense. But if they did have heated tiles, they would all have been like short circuited or something, because the wife of the guy, she spilled fucking paint water all over my phone. I didn't complain. I didn't say, hey, you know what? You fucked up my iPhone. Now I'm on. It cost me $1,500 to get a new one.
I was going to put heated towels in the bathroom. When we redid our first house, my first house I had, when I redid it, when I tiled it, I was going to put heated tiles in the bathroom.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have like a heated toilet seat?
Well, I thought about that as well.
Oh, yeah. My ass is warm. Nothing like a warm ass, right? You appreciate it? I think that was
a Beatles song. Happiness is a warm bun.
Mm-hmm. That's very, very good. Is that the Rev's song for this week coming up?
No, the Rev song for this week is "Killers" by the Killers. It's called Things I can't remember now.
No, is he going to run out of songs at some? Because in secular music, I would think. I mean, you could go down the gospel route and find all these songs.
No, not going down the gospel route.
Secular music, it seemed like you were about hitting a wall already. I mean,
I just found a whole treasure trove yesterday. Okay, 2 more songs. But I'm glad you reminded me, because I got to write them down before I forget them.
I'm still trying to connect with this whole bridge over troubled water thing. I know I've heard Paul Simon talk about the gospel inspiration for it, But when he breaks down the lyrics, it's like, it could be anything really. When you're weary, when you're small, blah 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 blah. I don't see. I'm looking for God. Maybe I'm looking for God in all the wrong places, in the wrong syllables or something. But I'm not.
Well,
seeing
I think since I helped the Reverend write that, the thing is that, and to be honest, I think I felt like I was missing verses. Like I cut and paste the lyrics, and I think when I was writing the notes that I wrote the notes over top of some of the verses because it just seemed like I was missing something. I was like, there's something wrong.
That's exactly why they put in that Sail on Silver Girl thing. The producer Phil, Phil. I can't think of his last name.
Spector?
Whatever, not Ramon. One of the fucking big producers who worked with them on all this stuff said it needs something else, and that's when they came up with the Sail on Silver Girl stuff.
Now, I did not know that at the time. It just felt like it. It just felt like it was added.
Yeah,
and again, it was felt like it was added, but also it had a different perspective.
Yeah,
the first two verses, when it says, "I will, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down," and in that regards, you're above the water. You're not getting wet. You're not in trouble anymore. But in the third verse, he says, "I will ease your mind," which means, okay, shit is still bad. Okay, I'm not a bridge anymore. You're going to get wet. You're in trouble. And so since it's almost like, okay, God's not there, I'll be there. Or
no, you're a bridge. You're that bridge in Baltimore that got hit by the ship. And
well, that's one of many bridges in Baltimore.
That got hit by a ship?
No, that's in Baltimore.
Oh.
We've had other bridges hit, but nobody gave a shit. Really, because that one was like a major one.
A boat crash into the bridge, bring the bridge down, and everybody go, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that was just a 2-lane thing, so that fuck it.
So people only care if it's on a major route, like the Key Bridge.
Yeah,
like the Key Bridge is a major route.
If somebody takes out a bridge, you can go 2 blocks and go around it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Now we had some bridges in the Baltimore area that really should have fallen a long time ago. And every time you drive over it, you go like, "Oh Jesus, oh Jesus!" I'm only going this way because it saves me.
That's most of the United States, actually.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of D-rated bridges in the U.S.
Although
Biden's infrastructure bill provided money to get a lot of those things fixed.
Yeah.
If only Trump had just let it go and let it happen.
I want to name it the Donald Trump Memorial Bridge.
But in order for it to be a memorial bridge, people have to die on it. So
right.
Let's not fix it.
There was
I'm wondering how many people are going to get arrested for egging the new sign outside the Kennedy Center.
Has it been egged? How do you know? Has it been egged?
I'm just saying, because I'm waiting for the prices of eggs to go down before I go.
It's still too expensive to throw them at stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So I thought about a paint balloon. Getting water balloons and filling them with paint and then slinging them at the sign. But I don't want to get on the Kennedy part, just the Trump part. I don't know if my aim is that good. I used to be very good with the sling. The old slings like David and Goliath.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know David and Goliath, but
you got to meet him.
So there was this picture, because my Facebook feed, I guess I'm part of a group or something, like old nostalgic stuff from New York. And there was a picture of Verrazano Narrows Bridge in the 1970s, and the toll was 75 cents. You know what? Take a guess at what the toll is for passenger cars today.
Well, it's in New York. I'm going to say $9 because
you are way short.
Because the George Washington Bridge is what, 20?
Verrazano Narrows Bridge, I think, is $27 each way.
Holy fuck!
I know, from 75. I know inflation, but from 75 cents to 27.
Okay, my question now is: was that privatized? Is that not run by the state anymore? Or is it privatized?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That makes a big difference. When the state runs things, they're not trying to make a profit. They're just trying to offset some costs. But when they privatize it, they're trying to get all their money back in 2 drivers.
It probably is privatized because they took the toll booths down and they don't tell you about it now. Like you just drive through, you don't know what you're paying until you get 3 weeks later. You get a notice in the mail. Yeah. So it's that. This is why, like with the paint, I'm like, I'm not going over any tolls or bridges in New York. You understand that's my, unless you're gonna give me extra money for that, it ends up being more money than I'm fucking making.
Oh, there's for some reason my Easy Pass didn't work on one of my trips up north, and when I was driving through Delaware, matter of fact, every state sent me a bill. It's like
even states like Texas sent you a bill.
Yeah, I didn't even drive through Texas, and Texas sent me a bill. Hawaii sent me a fucking toll. What the fuck? Alaska, A2 Alaska. So every state sent me a bill, and I disputed most of them. And some of them just let me off without paying the fine. I just paid, either I gave them my Easy Pass thing and they, did it retroactively. But Delaware was being such a dick. And they were charging me for all kinds of crazy shit, like $15 for a 911 thing. It's like, fuck that. I said, 911 emergency services? Like, it's a fucking highway. I drove through. I didn't even stop. What emergency service am I paying for? You got to be fucking kidding me. But they added like $30 extra for services that have nothing to do with me driving through Delaware.
In 911, like I'd like to report a murder in progress. Well, can you have your credit card available?
Like here in PA with the Turnpike, probably like 10 to 15 years ago, there was this big thing about privatizing the Turnpike, and all these fucking conservatives are like, we gotta make this privatized. The state shouldn't be running this. Well, guess what? They privatized it. And now the rates keep climbing up every fucking year. And those assholes are the ones that are always complaining. Like, I don't drive on it because it's so expensive. Well, no shit, assholes. You gave up your asshole without lube, and now you get fucked in the ass. Once again, bisexual America.
Well, first of all, I have to say, I'm not pleased with the way you say Turnpike. You got to go to Jersey, spend a weekend in Jersey, and you say Turnpike.
Turnpike. No, we have like in this area, I'm sure you probably have it maybe in Long Island, and I'm sure GD hears it too. We have in this area, we have a very eclectic mix of accents that blend together. Yes. So we get Maryland, PA, somewhat Southern, and maybe somewhat Northern, and it all mixes. Wow. And there's a distinct group of people when they speak. It's like, where are they from?
I was in Adams Morgan in DC, and I was walking through, and in one block I heard, I kid you not, and I'm not exaggerating, I think I heard a good 12 different accents from different countries and nations walking through Adams Morgan. And I was just listening to the accents in the different languages. And I'm walking. When I'm going to my car, and somebody was waiting for a parking space, and he was waiting for somebody to pull out, right? So I approach my car, and this guy walks up to me, and he says, "This your car?" And I went, "This your car? This your car?" And he goes, "This your car?" And I went, "What language is that?" And he says, "This your car?" And I went, "Oh, yes." Because I was so used to listening to all these languages. When he goes, "This your car," I thought that was like Arabic. I don't know. "This your car?" "This your car." Yeah. And I'm like staring at him like, what the fuck? So he had to slow it down. Like, are you retarded? "This your car?"
And the "this your car" line, man. Sorry. Oh, I thought you were saying Wichita.
So.
That's right. That's not funny. No. Now it's time for the humorous portion of the program. Are you ready?
I guess.
All right. A Kentucky pastor was demonstrating spiritual strength by handling a rattlesnake during a sermon when he was bitten. He refused treatment, believing faith would heal him. Paramedics forcefully took him to the hospital, but he died on the way as the venom had spread. Jesus has a sense of humor.
Wait a minute. How's the snake?
Snake is on television now doing interviews.
Okay, so does he have a lawyer? Because they're going to try to get him with involuntary manslaughter.
I'm just happy for you gotta love a happy ending, right? Yeah. Fucking idiots.
As long as they don't put the snake down, I'm fine with it. As long as they don't put the snake down.
Yeah,
I never feel bad for people like that like the guys that handle snakes like that, or those morons that jump into like an animal enclosure at a zoo. I mean, I figure that it's like you just got to let the Lord sort it out at that point.
I think everybody, because there's a video of it, and they're panning around the church, and the people are all supporting this. Every single fucking person in that church should be fucking held liable in some way for supporting it. Like, don't go with the paramedics. Stay here. Jesus will heal you. Now they're probably going to say he probably should have stayed there and just let Jesus heal him and not gone with the paramedic, whatever. But you know what?
Yeah, because by him going with the paramedics, it was a total lack of faith.
Yeah. Well, he didn't go willfully. They had to force him. So maybe
I think Jesus was in the corner of that church smoking a cigarette, holding an ashtray. It's like, bro, you dying? Are you gonna take this?
Yeah. Jesus was like, bet on anything .eu, and he's like, put it all on the snake.
Yeah, probably. You taking that last drag of the cigarette. It's like, well, I'm not needed here.
But that's my feeling.
Satan, he's all yours. I'm out.
And it would be Kentucky, right? I mean, Kentucky.
Well, 10 years ago, there was some. Well, this happens a lot, but 10 years ago, this happened. I just happened to be in Maine when I read about the story, and so somebody asked me about that, and I said, "Do you have?" What? Well, they're not called snake handlers, but the type of religion is like charismatic Christians or something. And they said, yeah, we have them up here in Maine. And I said, really? Because you don't have any rattlesnakes. They said, no, we don't. I said, so so how do you test your faith? And they said, I don't know. So I came up with this theory that in Maine, since they don't have rattlesnakes, but they got lots of skunks, that they would grab a skunk. And that's how they would show their faith. So it went over real well in Maine when I did it. I thought it was hilarious in Maine. But I wrote it for the Mainers.
It was just a couple years, probably within the last 5 years or something. There was some pastor raped like one of the parishioners, like a teenager. And then it came out during the church, and people were like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Except for the
Lord makes mistakes too,
Yeah, a little. It's a slip up. Anything could happen.
Oh wait, I have it right here.
So was that the Church of Epstein about Lord and the church?
No, I have it right here in chapter 29 of the Bible. If there's some grass on the field, you can play it.
The Church of Our Lady Jelaine.
Wow. This Christmas season has got me down a little bit.
I don't think it's the Christmas season. I think it's the fact that you got a bum review.
Well, that totally destroyed me yesterday. This goes back to what we were talking about yesterday, how I would not be able to handle stand-up comedy because I'm not suicidal, but I was fucking broken yesterday. If I could cry, if it was in me to cry, yesterday would have been the day to cry.
Were you breaking things around your house? Like, God damn it, it's Christmas. This can't be happening.
No, it was to the point where I know I'm not supposed to fucking contact this guy, but I'm going to fucking contact this guy and say, that was a fucking... Because I directly asked him, I was like, try to leave me a decent review. It makes you know what? And then... He tips me. He says, we appreciate you. And, blah, blah, blah. And then I find out he thinks I'm the biggest dick ever. And I ruined his.
Matt, I'm going to make the following suggestion that was made to me. Because when I did Gig Salad, when I was first started doing Gig Salad, people, at the show, people were talking about how great, how wonderful the show was, blah, blah, blah. But they weren't leaving reviews. And so I was told that after the thing, to go ahead and let them know that it's okay to leave a review. When they say something nice to you, just say, oh, please leave that in the review. Please, Matt makes a difference. what I'm going to suggest to you, just in case this happens again, you have a review already written. So you give it to them. You said, look, here's the review I'd like for you to leave for me right here. And that's MATTNAPPO. Okay. Make sure you get that right now. And yeah, thank you. Yeah. And just give them the review you need them to write. And matter of fact, just say, can I hold your phone? I'll type it in for you.
Here's the weird thing. So about 2 hours after the bad review came in, I got a cancellation for a party in January. And I said, is this related to that bad review that just came in a little while ago? And then waited a while. And then the answer came back, yes, it is because of the review. We are, it's a very, because the party was like 155 people. We're limiting you to smaller events now because of this review. We want to build up some good reviews for you. I say, I have 110 good reviews from parties for the last year. You're going with one, and I told you it was dishonest. First of all, there's a lot of dishonesty in if you read the review. It's like the guy was exaggerating things and putting responsibility on me for shit that his family fucked up and all that stuff. It was dishonest. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. They're going to limit me to smaller events because of this. I said, I don't know if I'm going to be okay with that because obviously the bigger events will pay more and blah, 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 blah. So I said, I'll let you know by Saturday if I'm going to continue working for you. And then even during the show right now, I just got one for 185 people on January 17th, which is the same day they canceled the one for 155.
Well, give them time to cancel it. Give them time to cancel it. You know what it is? Okay, yeah, they say they want to cancel and stuff, but they don't want to lose money.
And they have nobody, to be honest with you, there's only one other artist on Long Island.
I was about to say, how many artists do they have out there? You know, they're going to say, we're not throwing away this money. And then they'll say, well, Matt's had like 117 good reviews before this one. You know, maybe he's got a point. We need to make money. I think
most people are savvy enough now that if they happen to look at reviews and they see the negative one, I think most people are savvy enough to really understand now, like, are they trying to make a point? Is this, very pointed for a certain reason? It's like when you read reviews for restaurants and then the person automatically wants to tell you about the day they were having before they went to the restaurant.
Yeah.
The Brendan Walsh Yelp reviews is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like my husband came in my mouth twice, and then we went to this nice restaurant.
I think he
got tastes just like my husband. I thought to myself, was he in the kitchen with that bitch making my food? No.
Yeah. Well, Brendan's got this one about Smokey the Parrot, who was smoking cigarettes and cursing up a storm, and it was just fucking hysterical. But I think he got banned from Yelp for doing that kind of stuff. He went to a pet store and bought a parrot and intended it to be a foul-mouthed, really fucking degenerate parrot. The cool thing about being chronic, this is going to get us in trouble, chronically, is that it gives you that I don't give a fuck edge that everyone over everyone else. I don't know. I'm not. Well, I don't know. Chronically, dude, that word that we're not supposed to say on YouTube.
Unalive. You're supposed to say unalive.
Yeah. Why they get so fucking hung up on that word? Like, for a while there, you couldn't say fuck or shit, or that would be like a thing on YouTube.
Instead of saying the word suicidal, then let's say me-icidal or you-icidal. As opposed, because it's a sidal, okay? Just like parents.
Who is Sue anyway, and why does she get sided?
Yeah, so let's call it you-icidal or me-icidal, depending on if you're the one who's sidal, then it's me-icidal. If you're referring to someone else who's sidal, it's you-icidal.
Yeah. We're almost at hour 2 here, where in hour 2, Matty B, the multimillionaire kid, this Justin Bieber-looking kid.
Yeah, I was looking at his page. The newest thing I found is like 6 years old, and it looks like he's 6 years old in that.
Yeah, he looks very young.
I mean, one of them, and he's going to be like all hard and gray hair and things.
I don't know
now,
what the hell.
I did not listen to any of the music because I listened to I didn't realize there was 2 rappers today, and so I just listened to the first one, the one who didn't show. Of course, I should have listened to the other one who may show.
Well, that one, The Future, will be here in the future.
Well, I shouldn't have wasted the time.
But imagine that you look at this kid, and he looks like what now? The picture of him, maybe he's 20. He's getting $22,000 to $67,000 a month from his YouTube channel. What the hell is he doing here? I mean, we're not going to fucking boost his business at all. Right?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because he doesn't have anything unless he's got something brand new coming out. I don't know, because the newest thing I saw was like 6 years old.
What's the name of this guy?
White guy, thin white guy.
Matty B Raps. It's on YouTube, youtube.com/Matty B Raps. And most people don't have this vidIQ analysis of his channel, but his channel, he's uploaded 0 in the last few weeks here. Average monthly earnings 22,000 to 67,000 a month. 15 million subscribers, 15.5 million subscribers.
His latest,
that's fucking major.
Yeah, this one is from 7 months ago. Looks like his
9 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. Boy, all a long time ago. Long time ago. Matty B Rap.
Okay, yeah, I see that one from 7 months ago.
Oh yeah, let me go into videos and there's more, right? So 2 months ago, there's one from 2 months ago, one from 4 months ago, one from 6 months ago. So like he does it every 2 months. One from 7 months ago. The Fool, that's the one I was listening to this morning. That's the feature on his channel. Fool.
Right.
That was, yeah. And then it goes 8 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago. So yeah, he's pretty active. But damn, if I was 22 years old or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I'm guessing at his age. I don't know how old he is. But if I was making 22,000 to 67,000 a month just doing music on I'd be fucking feeling like I was big time, Mr. I don't need. What do I need to? I need to go talk to some boomers about my music.
Yeah, well, I mean the latest song he has from 7 months ago, it just kind of sounds like alternative rap. The guitar and the rap and shit.
It almost sounds like that Jason Mraz. How do you say Jason's last name? Mraz.
Yeah, a little bit, kind of like more Mike. What's that guy's name? Mike Posner. Yeah. Mike Posner is one.
The thing is, he's a white rapper in South Carolina. I'm just thinking, South Carolina. It's very how do I say this? Still very white supremacist, but this kid is like appropriating black culture.
I'd be curious to ask him, like, there's especially in rap, there's like more of a country section out, especially since like this one rapper broke called Big X the Plug, and he skews a little more country.
A lot of country guys are like embracing rap and hip hop.
Yeah, they have for years, like Florida Georgia Line that brought on like bro country, and there's like trap beats. Then like Morgan Wallen does that shit. Then you have rappers like Big X the Plug who are from Texas. But people like Morgan Wallen, that's interesting because he does incorporate some, but he's like a big time white supremacist, racist fuck.
Now, Ron, this may seem like a stupid question, but before Tammy Wynette did Stand by the Jams with KLF, I don't remember anybody in country touching rap. And that seemed to me like that was the first like crossover thing. I mean, can you think of something earlier?
What Tammy Wynette did what? Stand by
the Jams with KLF.
Really? Tammy Wynette? Hasn't she been dead since long before hip hop? Are you sure?
It was Tammy Wynette. Did I get that wrong?
I don't know. I thought Tammy Wynette died in like the.
Is there another Tammy? Is there another Tammy country star?
Probably. There's lots of Tammys. They're all over the fucking place down there. You can't jerk off without hitting a Tammy in the face.
Believe me, I can jerk off without hitting a Tammy.
This is the challenge, the Mind Dog Challenge for the holidays. Jerk off without hitting it. If you first of all get below the Mason-Dixon line and go jerk off and see if you can miss a Tammy, because I don't think you can.
Justified and Ancient, from 1991, the KLF with Tammy Wynette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Justified. That's a Justified and Ancient. Why did I call it Stand by the Jams? Oh, because that's her line. She goes, they called me up in Tennessee that says, Tammy, stand by the jams, because she had a song, Stand by Your Man.
Yeah, apparently the drummer in KLF was a big fan of Tammy Wynette and personally reached out to her to collaborate on the song, and she's like, yeah.
She died in 1998. I would have thought it was earlier than that, 1998. To me, the best of Tammy Wynette thing was the Blues Brothers doing "Stand by Your Man" in the movie.
Yeah, so I think that would be one, and I'm sure there's some other ones out there, especially like if you go back to the 80s, then when Run DMC did their thing with Aerosmith.
Yeah, but that's not country though.
No, it's not country, but that kind of started it. And then you have that KLF song, and I think there's some other like shit people playing around with country.
I was just trying to figure out when, because as a general of thumb in country, in the arts anyway, before somebody tries something new, somebody has to stick their neck out.
Yeah, that's really early.
And then other people will go,
well, okay. Yeah, she could have been one of the first, or that would have been one of the first. But too, in the 90s, there was like a kind of more country rap thing. Whether or not like Kid Rock jumped on it because he was doing shit sort of like that. And I think the 90s really brought it on.
I can't believe I missed that, because 1991 is early, and Tammy Wynette, let's just say she was very white, originally from Mississippi. You wouldn't think like her people would be like, this is a good move for you.
Well, and also in like the late 80s and early 90s is when people started kind of getting into like Johnny Cash and things like that, and even like some Elvis, because was it like Spike Jones or one of those DJs was using Elvis shit.
And Rick Rubin was big on kind of trying to, I didn't not make that stuff accessible to kids. He was a general fan of like Johnny Cash, and just wanted to do one more album before he kicked the bucket. But yeah, I'm surprised I didn't know about the Tammy Wynette thing. That's pretty early for rap influence to show up in a very traditional old school.
That's why I asked. Because that's the earliest reference I have in my brain for it. But Ron is actually more knowledgeable about that than I am, so that's why I reached out to him.
You think this kid's gonna show up? What time is it? We got 8 minutes for him to show up, right?
I don't care if he shows up, but if his 7 million followers show up, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. Like, so you're coming on here to help us out. Thank you very much.
Yeah. They're all.
I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about like all these rap or like rock and country and like, and I'm thinking about like Mazzy Star, which they kind of made a country.
She only has one song, right? That one where she's like on heroin there. And she,
Fade Into You.
Yeah. Is she on heroin? Because I've only seen live videos of that, and she looks like stoned out of her fucking mind.
Maybe it was the 90s, so it's possible.
Does Dwight Yoakam have a crossover song or something? Because Sunshine mentioned Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam came out and torched the Trump administration on CNN. It was all over about, torching Caroline Leavitt, and everybody. I guess CNN included him on some panel or something. And that boy, like Scott.
Well, that won't last long because conservatives are trying to buy CNN too.
Yeah,
CNN is going to become the conservative news network if they have their way.
No, it already. I think the CEO now is one of Trump's allies, a big donor.
Yeah, but now they're trying to outright buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what, a couple years ago they went to the middle to become moderates or whatever.
Yeah, you can't go to the middle. You can't. Yeah.
Oh, I think everybody on there.
You got to go to the truth. Fuck the middle. See, that's the problem. That people say, no, you got to have both sides. No, not if both sides are fucking okay. If one side is fucking crazy and lying, you don't have to tell the lies. Stick to the truth. That's it. The people that can't handle the truth, usually a bunch of liars, or the truth hurts them. And if the truth hurts them, stop doing the shit that hurts.
It puzzles me how somebody can go from like Chris Cuomo. When he was on CNN, he was thought of as a very far left guy and just in the tank for liberals. Now he got fired from CNN for serving his brother who was running for governor, or while he was governor, and that whole fucking thing that got him to resign from governor. But now he's got a podcast, and you would swear he's gone like far right. Like in podcasting, that's where the money is. So
that's where the money is. He's probably still angry that his brother got treated. So the Cuomo legacy. Their father was a governor. Their grandfather. It's in their blood. They're entitled to be. Fuck them.
Yeah, I know. But his father was a legitimate progressive.
Yeah,
and so it just baffles me. I understand money, and everybody, money can change people, but to me,
it changes everything. According to
you have no principles at all. Like none of it was real. Everything is phony. You're just doing it for the money. That's disheartening.
Not just the money, also for the ass. You forgot about the ass he was getting.
Chris Cuomo, I don't think Andrew was getting plenty of ass. I don't think.
You think Chris wasn't tapping that shit on the side? He was just more discreet.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But now he's got this podcast. He's totally a Trumper. He's completely gone off very far into MAGA land, and it's just what the hell. Oh, would you guys want to buy any cheap viewers? Stream Boo.
No.
Anyone that wants to view me is already cheap. They've cheapened themselves as much as they can.
How much?
I want to see things. I want to see things swing back the other way. Just because I want to
lose the pants.
I want to see what these companies, how they combat, because they cut all this DEI shit and did all this shit. I want to see them come back and try and resell. We care about you. That's going to be so enjoyable to me. I love that.
Yeah. Did you see Clinton came out and said this is kind of, he wants all the Epstein files released, stop protecting anybody who's in there, expose it all. And wow, that's a pretty bold, because I think he feels insulated because, let's face it, Bill Clinton was accused of rape at 13 years old or something. And he's been skirting these kind of allegations his whole life with Jennifer Flowers and Paula Jones. Is that but so maybe he just feels like, I'm out there already. They're already showing my picture. Let's bring Trump out too, and he's got nothing to lose. But it just seemed pretty bold for Bill Clinton to come out and say, yeah, that's right, bud. I did not have sex with those children.
Well, what about, but too, also, like with Clinton, his chief of staff, she has said that Clinton had nothing to do with the Epstein shit.
Yeah. It would be Clinton should go. Look what I'm married to. Well, you'd fuck kids too.
Yeah, but overall, it's not a good look for anybody, being that old and being photographed naked in pools with younger.
But you know who does look good in the whole. You know who looks good in all of this? Michael Jackson. He was at Epstein's thing as well, and it's like he looks good now because he's dead.
Well, yeah,
and he had talent. He had talent.
And those girls were probably too old for him.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing that gets me, and I know I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree, but I'm looking at these guys, and they are actually posing for pictures with children they're diddling, like they're proud of it. Like, wouldn't you say, get that fucking camera out of here? No, they're actually like this attitude of, go ahead.
I can't be touched.
Yeah. Wow. Just the sheer audacity of it. Like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking kids. I'm fucking kids.
Yeah, look, and that is like the epitome of rich white privilege. Okay, that goes beyond white privilege. That is rich white privilege. Because if I took a picture, well, fuck that. I'm not even getting caught on a traffic cam with a child in the car. If I'm driving through, my wife is sitting up front, so they know I'm with somebody old. I won't even drive with my own stepkid who was white and get no.
Wow.
Look,
you mean to make him sit in the back? Get in the back.
A friend of mine who was white had a job interview, and she asked me to watch her kid, and I said, "Well, I have some errands to run. I have to go to the mall. Is it okay if I take her to the mall with me?" She says, "Yes." I said, "Okay, fine." Now, I was with my girlfriend, so we got this black couple with this white kid, and we're going in the mall, and she decides she doesn't want to leave the mall, and I said, "No, we have to leave the mall. We got to go back." And so she's giving me all kinds of grief. She's like, and she starts screaming and yelling across the parking lot, "You're not my dad. Get away from me." And I start chasing her. I said, "God damn it, you get back here and get in this car." And so people called the police because they didn't know that I was actually babysitting my friend's kid. And so they called the police. My mother gets a phone call, and my mother goes, "What the hell happened?" The police called, said, "You kidnapped a child." I said, "I didn't kidnap a child. I was babysitting for Michelle."
You set yourself up there, yeah. But let me just give you a little tip here. You never have to ask if a white teenager wants to go to the mall. That's what malls were built for.
No, the kid was like maybe 4 years old. She hadn't started school yet. That's why I was babysitting her. Yeah. Otherwise, she'd have been in school.
We have a mall. We have a mall here that
called the National White Kid.
Well, it's been dying for years because, like 7 years ago, they put this rule in that anyone under, like, if you're a teenager, you have to be accompanied by a parent after 6 p.m. And ever since that happened, they killed all their business.
I'm just saying, look, if all my white friends out there with kids, I love you. I love your kids. I will not watch them for you because I'm not getting caught in that situation again.
All my white friends, it sounds like a Hank Williams song, all my rowdy friends, but you should do a country song. All my white friends are coming over tonight.
I have white friends who have kids, and they'll say, "No, GD, can you watch my kid for me?" I'm like, if we don't have to go out, I'll come to your house, and if everything we need is in the house, yes. But if we have to even if we have to like drive someplace, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't. My heart can't take another police chasing me because they think I've kidnapped another white child. I can't.
Let's. Speaking of white, I don't know if you guys can see the green room down there.
Yes.
Boy, did I have the wrong Maddie B. Now, I talked to Dominique, who sent me all these music artists that are going to be on the show, and I said a lot of people did not fill in any of the information on there. So in the bucket where on Calendly it says Maddie B Raps, and I was like, okay. So I looked up Maddie B Raps, and that's where I got that YouTube channel. All that stuff that we were talking about before.
I can tell now. Yeah.
That's not the same guy. This guy doesn't look like him at all. You know what?
And it says Matt B the singer.
Matt B the singer, right? Not Maddie B.
We're gonna have to bring this up. We're gonna have to bring this up.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely. Matt B, if you're ready, just give us a thumbs up and we'll bring you in. But I'm not gonna. All right.
Here's a thumb.
I don't have a proper intro for Matt B. Well, maybe I do. Hold on, Dominique sent me a DM. Let me just check it really quick. Yeah, here, Matt Matt B is a South Carolina-bred vocalist whose passion for music became undeniable the moment his family told him to stop treating singing like a hobby and start taking it seriously. That encouragement, paired with the overwhelming support he received after joining the school chorus and performing publicly, solidified his purpose. The consistent compliments and genuine reactions from listeners let him know his voice connected. He's here now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say hello to Matt B, the singer. Good morning, Matt B, the singer.
Morning. How you doing?
All right. Are you getting a shave or something? You got a barber there? What's going on? A makeup artist?
Yeah, man. Trying to get cleaned up, man. I got a show.
Well, good for you. Now, I just want to say that we are unprepared because the information that we have points to a different Matt B, the rapper.
Very different. A white kid that looks
really
like
different.
Justin Bieber, who's got like 15 million followers on YouTube, and we were like ready to talk to some white kid.
Yeah. and that because that we actually had to listen to the wrong music. We don't know what your music sounds like now. We can't even ask you. We have to ask you about. Matter of fact, can you drop some beats while you're in the chair?
Yeah. So where do we go?
Drop some beats while you're in the chair.
Yeah.
So we have an idea what to.
Oh, okay. Just you can type in Matt B Stepping Boots. You know what I'm saying? It'll pull up. You know what I'm saying? Or Matt B the Friday Weekend joint. I got a lot of songs out. Boots of Love. Matt B Don't Want to Leave. I got some videos, some good footage out too. Official videos, and I just did a song called Monday. You know, everybody got a Friday song, but nobody got a Monday song.
Oh yeah, good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I've just been grinding, man, working and trying to stay consistent in the game, man. You know, so they finally let me in, so you know, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
Now, where's the show that you're preparing for? Where is it?
I believe I'm going to the beach, Myrtle Beach in South Carolina.
Okay.
Wow. But you're originally from Illinois, right? Now I have the right one here.
I'm from Columbia. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, so is that other kid though? That's so weird.
It's another Matt B out here. He's like he does like pop style music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a white kid who does like Justin Bieber sound and stuff. And I was like, what? This is
I'm not yeah. I think it's a couple Matt B's out here, but I'm the Matt B R&B and Southern Soul.
Wow.
Now now it's been a while since the last time I was in. No, I take that back. I haven't been in South Carolina for a while, but I was there once and I was chased by some Klansmen in a car. I was just 26. I'm 66 now. So that was like 40 years ago. I was just wondering, is Columbia, South Carolina gotten rid of those four guys?
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know. I haven't ran into those guys, but man, so you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, they chased me and I had no place to run. So I stood my ground and I reached in my jacket like I had something for him.
Yeah.
Got out the car and I was like, I said I wanted to get some place where I got the advantage. Come on, I'm ready for you.
Yeah.
You mean you reached out for your zipper like you had something for them, right?
I reached in my jacket and I was like, I'm ready. Let's go. And they're like, and the police were like, the reason I ran to that parking lot because I saw two police cars. And I figured, I said, the chances are 50-50 that the cops would beat me. But it's 100% chance that those four white kids were going to beat me. So I ran thinking that the police might do something. The police didn't. I don't even know what they were eating donuts. I don't know what they were doing, but they weren't even paying attention. So they didn't catch those four kids, those four white guys. They weren't kids. They were actually grown men. But
this Matt B that I'm looking at, Grammy nominated. Is that you? Grammy nominated?
No, that's the other Matt B. Just type in Matt B.
That's a lot of them. Wow.
There's a lot
anyway, I checked out your song Step in Boots. And so does all your stuff kind of like lean towards like more of the soul hip hop type stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share some of that, Ron? I mean, revenue will go to him for it, but if you could share it, because I'm finding every other Matt B on the planet.
Yeah, let me pull it up here on my computer, and I will.
Yeah.
So are you a big fan of like Leon Thomas then?
Big fan of him. Yeah, definitely a big fan of him, man.
Yeah, I was like, I originally heard his song Mutt probably like a year ago, and as soon as I heard Mutt, I was like, this is going to be a hit. And yeah, he's putting out some good shit.
Oh yeah,
do you write with the intention, because this is a kind of a thing that I think songwriters get hung up on, is carrying, like, I'm going to write a hit, sit down to write a hit, or do you just sit down to write what your truth is, and then if it's a hit, it's a hit? You know what I'm saying? With
a little bit of both, man. It depends on the beat and what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to give the people what they want to hear, and so far everybody's been getting on their feet, dancing every time I perform when they hear my music. So I kind of stay in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now,
So good
people
field
at
music.
the point where when they see you, they just start yelling some of your lines to you.
Yeah, I don't even like. I had a show Saturday, man. This past Saturday, man. I don't even have to perform my song no more because they know the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I just hold the microphone out and they just go in. You know what I'm saying? I just do the dance or whatever, and they dance with me.
I remember 30 years ago, somebody asked Jay-Z about
at our shows. We'll hold the mic and people tell our jokes for us.
Excuse me, the host was talking.
And our oldest one likes me.
Yeah, say that again.
I would say I remember 30 years ago, Jay-Z was asked about using a teleprompter. He said, "I don't need no teleprompter. They're the teleprompter," and doing basically what DD just said. Oh, here you go. Hit it. We're gonna listen to some music.
My stepping boots, I'ma put them on wherever I go. I might step at a gas station, I might step at the grocery store, I might step at the liquor store, I might step at my mama's house, And it's something when I hear this music, makes me wanna two-step in my step.
Wow, that's very impressive. It's almost got a, I don't mean this as an insult. It's got a feel and a groove that reminds me of the music that I grew up on, and Shy Lights and that kind of stuff. Sha la 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 la. That kind of. So is that a big time influence of the old school R&B?
Yeah, it's like Southern Soul blues mixed with some R&B, but I put my own swag to it, my twist to it. You know what I'm saying? It make it fun. It make it fun, man.
Love it.
Now, did Greens pay you? Did Greens give you some money?
No, man. I was in the parking lot, just got a quick snippet of the liquor store, man, and I just bounced. You know what I'm saying? Because some people got lights and they don't like filming. You know what I'm saying? But I could film outside of it. You know what I'm saying?
Money in that product placement, though, and brand placement.
Yeah.
I'll go back to them now that the video's done and say, listen, I'm advertising for you.
Yeah.
Now, don't go back to them because they've already in the video. Go to a bigger chain and say, look, this is what we did for Greens. This is what we can do for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Or have them sponsor one of your shows. Do a show, have them sponsor it.
That's good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
How do you create? Do you use like? Are you using like sequences in a computer, or are you using like real instruments? How do you create?
My engineer, they make all the beats for me, man, and they send it to me, man, and I just, I'll sing and they'll just kind of just try to make something as I go, just to feel the vibe, and then they'll complete the beat, and then I'll write, or I just go in the studio and just punch in and start singing, and we'll make a good song, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody loves it, man. We put it on the platforms, and it's good.
Is there a strong like indie scene for rap in your area, or is it?
No, rap is big in my area. I'm like the only Southern Soul R&B guy around. I'm around a lot of rappers, so when it's my turn, I got the rappers on their feet, and that's big.
Yeah. I'm in like the Harrisburg area, and there is a small collective of rappers that are pretty good. Judon Jew, Genius, and like Duke So Crazy. and they kind of lean a little more into like the soul too.
Yeah.
Now, I was curious, do you have steps that people can, like a line dance that people can do for your, like?
Absolutely, yes, I do. My little cousin, she made the dance for stepping boots, man. She's only 13, 14. She made the dance up, and everybody loved it. And the Friday weekend joint, we a dance. That's like a 90s type. Everybody loved that song. Everybody keep telling me that's the one, so I need to do a video for that one. That's on YouTube as well, all platforms. The Friday weekend joint by Matt B. And but everybody gets up and does the electric slide of that one.
Is that young lady who is doing your makeup and hair or whatever? Is she within listening? Is she hearing what I'm saying? Because I don't want to offend her, but I want to talk about what we were talking about the other day, because I was talking about the longevity of hip hop music, and as opposed to other forms that are here for 10 years and gone, or 5 years and gone. And it seems that music has a lifespan. But we were talking about how it started with political commentary, social commentary, really relevant to what's going on in the world. And then it became all about bitches and hoes and my money. Do you write about any kind of social issues or any of that kind of stuff?
I like that shit. I like that. Oh, there's Spectrum at my door.
Oh no.
Spectrum is at my door.
Do you ever feel compelled to write social issues?
No, not really. Not really.
I think that's missing in pop music in general today. Is like everybody's, so you basically almost everything is a love song or about.
Well, I have emotional songs, like stuff that I've been through, but I haven't put that out yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the fun stuff out first.
Yeah.
And but I do have some. I got some in the back pocket that's ready. You know what I'm saying? Just a matter of time when I need to drop that.
Yeah, fun stuff is basically for younger people, right? You're not a kid, right? You're not.
No,
like,
no, I'm 35, man. You know what I'm saying? But I love to have a good time, so
Yeah. What do you got there, Ron? You got something to share with us? I can't see it.
Friday.
The Friday weekend joint, yeah.
Friday weekend.
I love it when it's finally the weekend. We gon' party. We gon' party hard like it's my birthday. I said it's Friday. I love it when it's finally the weekend. We gon' party.
Great stuff. Good stuff, man. I'm digging it. It's yeah, very, very. And now that's not necessarily good that an old man like me is digging it, right? I'm not your target audience. All white dudes, all white dudes is who I'm going for. But no, I'm loving it. So now, do you get out of South Carolina? You're touring around?
Yeah, I was doing a couple shows out of North Carolina and some other states too, Georgia. But we're actually gonna put a tour together next year. So probably about March, I'll be on a tour going state to state, city to city. You know what I'm saying? And showing my face.
What does that look like? How many people? Like, do you bring backup singers? You bring?
Absolutely, yeah. I got a couple backup singers that's willing to sing behind me, or do whatever, dance and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be taking them with me and a couple other artists to open up for me. That's gonna be it's gonna be a good tour, man. It's called Matt B and Friends.
Well, I gotta ask.
Who's ready to step out front? I'm sorry, go ahead, Ron.
We gotta ask. So, are you Drake or are you Kendrick?
That's a good one, man. I don't know, man. I since Drake sings and rap, I'm gonna have to go with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So cause I'm more like a Drake vibe too. So once I do my R&B, you know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, but I like Kendrick. Big shout out to Kendrick though.
Is that kind of I don't know, feud, whatever it is, that little battle there. Is that like contrived at all? Like for both of them, because it helps both of them sell records, right? Or sell music. Yeah. So it sounds like I would call. Hey man, let's start a fucking war. Okay, it'll help both of us. You know.
Yeah. That was man. That was content, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was a publicity move, man. You know what I'm saying? They got both paid off of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people wanted to see. You know, on top of that, and it made it interesting. Like, dang, I wonder what's next, and they kept it going. So it was definitely a money move.
This is all about. I don't.
The next money move would have been for them to do a show together, and then the show would break down and turn into a feud toward the end.
They will eventually. I think you're on something there. Like so I don't see anything wrong with that. That's what show business is. I think people are too uptight about. Oh well, this is show business.
Hey, no. This is rap, not wrestling. Okay, wrestling is where you do that shit. Okay, you're not supposed to do rap. Is supposed to be real, not fake like that wrestling shit. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. People die. People die in rap battles. All right, East Coast, West Coast, all that shit. No, you don't fuck around like that. Not with rap. You do that in wrestling. Wow. That's where all that fake shit belongs. Wrestling.
So, as a rapper, what's your thoughts on like Tyler the Creator? Like, Tyler the Creator? Do you like his stuff? I mean, I know that's like more alternative rap.
I mean, he's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to be different, man. You don't want to do the same thing everybody doing. So that's how you make it nowadays, being different. Yeah. Bringing a different sound, a different swag, a different sound to the table.
Yeah, I really think he is going to write a musical in the next couple of years, if he hasn't already. I feel like that's coming out of him eventually.
A musical? Well, you mean a movie or like a theatrical play? Because theatrical stuff like theaters and stuff, it's hard to fill them because the price for tickets are insanely high for that kind of.
I don't know. It could be a movie or it could be a theater, but I think he has the ability to pull it off.
It could do both. He could do one stage. He could film the stage presentation.
So we should.
Backup singers, any one of them ready to step out front and maybe steal a little limelight from you?
We saw a little bit about your videos before. The videos fun to make? Do you enjoy making the videos?
Yeah, they definitely work, man. It's work shooting a good video, especially like movie type videos. Like Don't Want to Leave is like a movie type video, and that video took me like 8 hours to do. Don't Want to Leave by Matt B. But yeah, there is some fun, especially with the dancing and stuff, man. We just cut up, man, get our drink on, you know what I'm saying? Just chill out, have a good time.
Are you like a control freak? Do you kind of I use that like because a lot of people are. I don't mean that as an insult, but are you in full control, or do you let a director basically take the wheel and drive the video, or do you have a lot of input into this shot should be this shot should be that?
No. We definitely we work together as we'll map everything out first, talk about it, and everything just goes smooth, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no issues, with my video. I'm very, good to work with, I'm easy. You know what I'm saying? Anything I can do to make it better, we're gonna do it because we like good work.
Yeah, very cool.
As a rapper that's based in the South, how do you feel about like the whole country and rap merge? That's been like
I love it. I love it. It's different. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do anything to get everybody to work together, man. That's always a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love country music. You know what I'm saying? So my best friend is a country rapper, so I love it.
Wow.
Okay.
Country rapper. I mean, I know there's lots of country that incorporates rap.
He's not even I'm not going to say a country. He's a country singer, but he sings and kind of chops it up on the song a little bit just to let them know that, I'm him, I can do it both, but he really sings.
Now I'm listening to your speaking voice, and if I just heard you talk, I would swear this guy's a low baritone. But then when I'm hearing some of your music, I'm hearing like alto tenor type stuff. very wide range, or do you ever go down to that?
No,
Like, really?
I can't. I can't go that low, man. I'm alto, man. But I can be versatile. I can stay in that range, but like singing wise, I couldn't. Stay out of that low. I'm pretty much like a high pitch singer.
That's so weird because
I know it.
your
Everybody says
speaking
that.
voice. I would swear this guy gonna come at me like a Barry White.
Yeah.
Now, did you are you a trained vocalist? Did you go for vocal lessons and vocal study?
I took course in middle school, and I started going like church choirs and stuff for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of helped me train my voice.
Yeah.
And I just been around a lot of singers that helped me along the way.
Yeah. When was the first time you experienced a recording studio? Singing in a recording studio is different than singing on a stage or in front of, how old were you when you first experienced like the recording studio?
I was 19 when I first got in the studio and recorded my first track with my cousin Caden. But it was definitely different, man, and it was a different job. So but I actually did pretty good for my first time, and I stayed in the studio ever since.
Wow. Yeah, it's different though, right? And so
it's definitely different.
Yeah. Now that's interesting that cousin hated it. But so when you have a finished product right now, because I get inundated constantly with these people who want to promote your music, get it played on college radio, get it played on different Spotify playlists, and they're all like a handout for money. What's the way to really break? Is the radio a thing, especially in South Carolina, like terrestrial radio? Where do you go first?
Man, you basically got to break yourself now as an artist, man. You got to just keep putting great content out, videos, good quality videos, man. Because I've been on the radio station, multiple times. You know what I'm saying, man. And I pretty much, broke myself in, and my team, Live Book Test Entertainment, my label team. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about content, man, and know how to work that internet and that algorithm, bro.
Yeah,
and that's the way to do it. You got to have the internet. The internet's the way.
Yeah, but it also creates like massive competition, right? So like there's like
but
this morning, there's two other Matt B's out there, Matty B.
Yeah. But they're in a different lane than I am, so it kind of doesn't fade me. I can still put my name as Matt B the singer, you know what I'm saying? Because they're just Matt B, but I really go by Matt B the singer.
Yeah. Let me see if I'll put that in if I get different results here. So it's the idea of the hustle. How is it a 7-day-a-week thing for you, or?
Oh man, the grind don't stop. 7 days, definitely 7 days a week, man. 8 days a week if we could.
Wow.
Yeah, man, definitely 7 days a week, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on the grind, man, with the music. I was in the studio. I shot a Christmas video last night. I got a Christmas song coming out tomorrow and a video. Same day.
Wow.
So, so it's dropping tomorrow, man, Christmas Eve. So, I'm ready for it.
Matt B, the singer, could refer to several. This is the kind of results I'm getting. Could refer to several different recording artists. Like, oh wow, several of them. Yeah. Now, is your birthday September 8th?
No, I'm August 2nd.
This is a different one.
It's August 2nd, man. August 2nd.
Ah, man, that's got to be frustrating as hell just to be like Matt B, Spotify. I'm just wondering if this is yours. No, that's probably not yours. Matt B, SoundCloud. I put in Matt B, the singer too, and it just I'm still getting this other guy. He's obviously got somebody working his SEO for him that he's coming up on Google stuff. Yeah. Is that a frustration at all? Have you ever heard from these guys?
Yeah, I heard of one of them. Yeah, I mean, I heard of two of them, but I mean, they don't really.
No, I mean, have they ever contacted you? Because I had years ago, there was another guy calling himself Mind Dog out there, and he was like he's sending me cease and desist letters and like, stop using my name. It's like, I've been this since you were in diapers. But
yeah, but no, it don't bother me. It don't bother me though.
All right, very cool. So, do you put out albums or do you put out singles?
I put it out an R&B album a while ago, but I got a I'm gonna end up taking it down and redoing it over. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a little spark now, so I got some fans now. So but I'm gonna just wait on another album until I get my fan base up. I'm just dropping singles, and that's been working right now. So I got almost like 100K streams. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
I'm
think
just
people care about albums anymore. It's all about singles, one single
all
at a
about
time.
all about a good song, man. Good song, they're gonna play whatever they want to hear. Damn,
Yeah.
I don't even listen to albums no more. Bump that, man. I like listen to a mixture of artists. So
I hear you. You know what? It's very rare, but again, I'm an old fucking dude. But
but I am gonna drop an album though. Next year.
I heard a Gen Z producer, and he was talking about he was confused by the old singles. Like singles came with a B-side. They were actually two songs at once putting out. And he's like, why would they do that? Why would they do two songs at once? Because there was another side to the vinyl record that you flipped over. Do you do a lot of do you release on vinyl at all?
No. I don't do that at all, man.
That's interesting because I think there is kind of there's interest in that, and there are lots of people are doing that, and that's like, well, who even has vinyl players anymore? People don't even have CD players anymore.
No,
you hush your mouth. I have 4 CD players, 2 vinyl players, 3 DVDs, 4 Blu-rays.
But you're 76 years old.
I'm 66 years old. Thank you very much.
This is when we used to have CD players.
Who would have thought that I'd be at that age where I would look at Blu-ray and go, I remember back when we had Blu-ray.
Sooner or later, we're gonna have to change CD to Pappy Fenderson. Pappy Fenderson here. So I want to talk to you about a little bit about AI. Do you have any? Because AI music is like prevalent now. It's all over the place, and it seems like country artists are using it a lot. Do you have any strong feelings about AI and its use?
Oh man, it is something that's trying to take us out the game, but it won't last that long though. Because everybody using it quick. It's gonna burn out fast. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I might even do one. You know what I'm saying? Just to get out get it out the system. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's always gonna be something to try to throw us in for a loop. But I mean, no worries though. Music is gonna be music.
I figured, and my take on it is there's a whole lot of shitty AI stuff where people are just throwing shit at the wall, and there's a whole lot of
it's crazy. Videos, all that stuff. It's funny. AI is everywhere right now, but it's gonna burn out fast.
Well, I don't know about that.
I can see you using AI if the AI was creating, let's say you were singing backing tracks to your own lead vocals.
Yeah.
Doing the video, then AI creates the other yous singing the vocals, or other objects singing the vocals.
If I was to use it, man, I'm gonna use it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? To be creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just putting this out there. Like you're singing your vocals, and then you pick up a bottle. I don't know. A bottle of whatever you're drinking, and your face is on the label. And that space starts singing the backing vocals, something totally different.
It's gonna be. If I do it, it will be different though.
Yeah. Well, here's my take on it. I think at some point, some artist is going to figure out a really creative use of AI that doesn't feel fake, that feels like it's really innovation, and that will break through. Because I come back to old school drum machines and sequences. People were like, that's fake, that's not real. And then eventually some artist came out and said, I will point to like Phil Collins with In the Air Tonight, where it starts with this little rolling 808 drum machine. It sounds like, this is really cheesy. And they comes in with the real drum, boom, 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 and all of a sudden it changed the ball game on drum machines used in rock music. So I think there will be some artists will come along and say, I figured out how to use this to really make it accentuate and use it as a tool rather than just rely on it to create everything for you. And that will change the game on that stuff. So when your producers send you beats and stuff to work with, Do you accept them all, or do you send? Nah, I'm not doing it.
No, I definitely don't set them all. I'm picky about my beats, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely gotta, get my attention, and I have to, really, really like it. I'm very picky and choosy about my beats. So, but they know what I like though, so it's easy for them now. But when they first got to know me, it was kind of hard for them. They're like, "Man, what do you like?" So I said, "Well, you just have to make something in front of me, and then that'll lead the way."
Sunshine has a comment here. As long as we can dance to it, I love it. Do you take that into account? Like it has to be danceable when you?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But the artist can get people on their feet, you know what I'm saying, as long as you know how to work the crowd, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what song it is that I have. You know what I'm saying? Because I started off with just, it was just me singing, and people were like, man, you need to just get the crowd involved. And then I did that, and it worked. So now everybody, get up there and dance with me. So, it's, I don't really go out to dance music, the trail ride stuff, I just do me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And try to, I make my performance fun, put it that way.
That's very cool.
Okay. The people that give you your styling you up there, you got you want to give them a shout out where you are?
Oh man, shout out to Live Oak Chess Entertainment, Carolina Royalty, everybody that's been supporting me, my manager, my whole team, man. You know what I'm saying? Mom, wife, my kid.
Your face.
Huh?
I'm talking about the person who just shaped up your face while you were on air.
The lady.
My barber, Brad. Yeah. She dope, man. She's a rapper too, but she does it all, man. She's my personal barber now, so yeah, so definitely show her a lot of love and support. Yeah,
I got a personal barber too.
Yeah,
I don't know if you could tell, but I think they missed the spot.
Your personal barber is Barber Saul. Comes in that little can, goes.
Yeah.
What part of South Carolina are you on? Like the beach side, or are you deep in?
No, we're Columbia, South Carolina, Columbia.
Do you do the beaches in the summertime? Because it would seem to me, I know, like Myrtle Beach used to be cooking in the summertime.
Yeah, no, I mean pretty much both. I mean it all depends. Like we're going to the beach tomorrow, so for the holidays. Oh yeah, that's loud. Yeah. You can start on the lineup though. Yeah.
All right. Well, because to me, the beach scene in the summertime, that was like the
it's definitely better in the summertime though.
Yeah.
Because you get to walk the strip and all that stuff, man. Have a good time. Get in the water. Wintertime, you ain't get in the water unless you got a heated pool.
Yeah. Now, performing live, do you prefer like nightclubs, theaters? Where do you?
Nightclubs, sometimes a little small arena, you know what I'm saying, or the trail rides, in the fields or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Pretty much, or like bars and grills, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. Whatever pays, I'm going. But
I'd be careful about that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got paid to do those Epstein parties. The caterers, they got paid, and now they're all like, "Oh fuck, man."
I mean, sometimes I go to I perform at the adult center, the adult activity center, like for the old folks and stuff. Put on the show for them too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
I do too, but it always surprises me because an old lady asked me to play some, I forget, Get the Funk Out. And like she was 90 years old. I'm showing up with like acoustic guitar, like Get the Funk Out, really? I'm surprised to hear that you're playing those kind of facilities every once in a while. Yeah, it's pretty surprising. But do you play multi with go out like with other artists and like do multi-artist shows, or are you basically doing it with just you?
Yeah, me and a couple artists we do shows together. Mm-hmm.
And is that competitive at all? It doesn't.
No, man, not really, man. Because I bring my own fans, but we gonna turn it up for Matt B regardless. You know what I'm saying? So but I'm always a supportive artist too. Just because a lot of people don't really bring people with them, and my people dance with them too. So
I'm not speaking for Matt, but at least with my mind, when I think of competitive, and like the first person up wants to do so good that the next person, they can look to the next person and say like, now follow that, So so that each person is so good, do their best, and so that the person behind them have to step up their game, and that's
definitely.
that's what I hear
definitely,
that's what I
man.
think
Yeah.
of in competition.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. If you perform behind me, you got to come with it.
Yes. I have something to say because there's a Neil Diamond movie out now with Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson or something. And there's a story about Neil Diamond going up and at the last waltz thinking he killed. And everybody was thinking that doofy old man. And then he turns to Bob Dylan. He goes, follow that. And everybody who backstage heard it, like, what a dick. Get the fuck out of here. So sometimes that person saying follow that is just full. It could be Willie. Is what I'm saying. Follow that.
Well, I'm just talking about I'm just saying the performance itself should speak. The audience will let you know if it's
if you're grounded and not delusional. Yeah, the audience will let you know. But again, if you're Willie, you think I killed. Nobody can follow that, and the audience is going.
That's so many entertainers though. No matter what.
Yeah. So now, what's the next step? Are you working on something new now, or are you constantly working on something new?
I'm always working on something new, man. You know what I'm saying? I keep the songs rolling in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a song called Monday that's about to drop. A song called Dance with You. I'm keeping the movement consistent. You got to be consistent in this game. You can't slow down. There's no slowing down. You got to keep going.
Well, there's something. I guess you're right about that, but it didn't always used to be. Like people used to take breaks. I put out some music, take a break, refresh, kind of get some new perspective to write about that kind of stuff.
Not now, man. These young boys are going hard every day. Wow. So I got to keep up with them.
Yeah. Do you get do you have a preferred platform like Apple Music, Spotify, any of that kind of stuff? A lot of people are turning to SoundCloud now. Any of those?
No, I'm on Apple and Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is something I struggle with. Like we are in 32 different networks here at once, and it's like, are we killing our audience by doing that? Like, should we focus them all in one place? Is that a concern, or no? You just put it out everywhere and let people find it.
No, I mean it's pretty much about a fan base, man. You know what I'm saying? Just working the internet, man, and knowing when to drop your music.
Yeah, working that internet.
Yeah.
Now I had this record company who was sending me lots of artists, and they were breaking big all in different places like New Zealand and South Africa and all these kind of places. Have you seen a lot of audience from outside the United States, or do you track that stuff?
Oh no, I've seen a lot of artists, that came here, you know what I'm saying, in South Carolina,
Yeah, but because the people I'm talking about, they have their downloads will be majority in Europe or in South Africa or New Zealand or Australia, something like that. They're getting huge numbers in places you wouldn't expect for American music.
Yeah, because my music is getting played in Japan like crazy,
Yeah.
So I mean, it ain't enough for me to go over there, and do a show. So I love to go over there, man.
Well, in the early '90s, I was doing a parody act of an old country western singer making fun of it, and I had Bada Bing, I think, or Bing, something like that, was like the rival to Napster in China and Japan, and I had 5 million downloads over there, and I was like, we got to take the whole band. We had to take the whole band to Japan so I would be big over there. Like they recognized me getting off the plane. Like Water. Any interest in that at all? In touring other places?
No, not really, man.
All right.
Make sure I took it for him.
That's all right. You just do that. All right. Well, we appreciate you being on the program this morning, and we hope people will follow you. We'll get the right links and put them in the description.
All right. Thank y'all for having me, man. Appreciate y'all too, man. Love y'all, man.
Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your haircut.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it.
All right, bye for now. Matt B, the singer, not Matty B Raps. People are gonna come and see this promo with this young white kid up there, and like, what the hell? There's no white kid on this show.
You were mentioning going to other countries. We know my wife knows the drummer of the band Steelheart. He's like the guy who's playing drums in this band Steelheart. They're from the 90s and they are still around. They had like one big hit and they're kind of like glam metal and they're huge in South Korea. And they go back to fucking South Korea every year because, like he says, they are treated like rock stars. They show up. Yeah. There's fucking people everywhere, and it's so crazy.
There's something about not being from around here that adds prestige to people. Even if it's within the United States, domestically, like you show up if you're because the Daisy's Nashville Lounge that is these from Nashville, and it's like these aren't like. It's not Morgan Wallen. It's somebody else, some dude from Nashville, and the place will pack out simply because they're not from around here. So if other countries and stuff, that's always like, oh, they must be somebody pretty big. They came all this way.
That happens to a lot of bands, though. Bands that like fade out here or have like maybe a little bit of popularity, they go to a different country, and they're huge. Like that happened with. The Ramones were huge in South America. So like here, they had their thing, but when they would go to South America, the same thing. It was like the fucking Beatles showing up. And it's like, this is the Ramones.
I wonder if this Matty B. Raps guy is going to find out that I have his picture on up there and like, hey, I'm not on your show. Why are you broadcasting that I'm going to be on your show, you little dope? I got 15.5 million. Whatever. I might hear from the Matty B. Raps. I would, I know he's not concerned about it, but I would be concerned about it, that so many people have. If there were like a billion Mind Dogs out there, I would stop calling myself Mind Dog, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of Matty B's out there, or Matt B's.
Yeah,
now, I was concerned, and I was like I said, I wasn't even doing anything in entertainment. I was just trying to make sure my mother could find me on Facebook, and there were 20 Glenn Fendersons on 20 Glenn Fendersons already before I even joined. And there's no way my mother's going to give a shit about trying to find me. I said, no, Mom, it's GD Fenderson. Don't look for Glenn.
Well, don't worry. No one thought you were in the entertainment business, GD.
Well, even now, they still don't.
I'm surprised how many people who, and GD didn't even let it phase him, like people who've been here and to call them JD or TD, like what the fuck?
I'm used to it. I worked at a store and this woman called me Brian for 7 years and I answered to her because look, I tried to stop her. Okay. It was a little old lady. She was close to retirement and I've met her. She needed help lifting something. It was a department store. I helped her. It was like my first day of work. And I'm being nice. I helped up. And she goes, you're so nice. Nobody else ever stops to help me lift anything. And she goes, what's your name? I said, Glenn. She goes, oh, thank you, Brian. And and so 7 years later, I'm leaving. I'm done my time. I'm leaving. They have this cake that says, good luck, Glenn. Congratulations. Good luck. And the lady goes, who's Glenn? I said, I'm Glenn. She goes, I thought you were Brian. I said, no, I'm Glenn. She goes, but you've been letting me call you Brian for 7 years. I said, I know. I couldn't stop you. So I just answered to it.
Wow.
So it was much worse that she could have called you. So I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A 70-year-old white lady. Oh, thank you, nigger. You're such a nice nigger. Getting that box for me. Could you get that Chifferelle for me?
It would be, oh, you're one of the good ones, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. You're such a nice nigger fella.
Oh, man. I'm going to find it, Matt, because I've just found it over here on this machine. Matt B. the Singer. It's Instagram.com / Matt B. the Singer. You know what? I don't see a lot of black dudes named Matt. I'm happy to see that there's a black dude named Matt. It's usually a white dude, mall gap.
Well, there are more. Okay, there are a lot of black dudes named Matt. Okay,
there are. Matt Guitar Murphy. That's the only other one I ever knew.
Most of us have nicknames. Okay, look, I got cousins whose I don't even know their real names until they die. I have no idea what they died and they say, James died. Who's James?
What is
so-and-so's son?
What is Adam out of my way? What is Slaptail saying about Adam? I missed the references because we go so fast here. What is he talking out of my way? Out of my way.
I don't know. I think he is the first black Matt that I've ever met.
Yeah. Matt is typically a white kid who goes to the Gap for his Aeropostale t-shirt or something. Whatever, fucking squeaky ass white boys. That's who Matt is. I know. I'm a Matt. Yeah.
But you're a Long Island Matt.
Well, right. I mean, I do know a Matt that is like, he's half. No, I think he's more Puerto Rican than he is black, but I think maybe one of his parents is black. So I guess that
whenever I do paint parties at a Jewish home, I go out of the way to introduce myself as Matthew, because I know that will ingratiate me to them. Matthew's a Jewish name.
I know, like if I meet women and they have a different name that like I've never encountered before, that is like, wow, that's different.
Yeah. I kept calling you Nad-Dog. But
I also have a thing too in my head that if I meet somebody that has the same name as someone else, I'm very curious to see if they kind of act the same or are they completely different people.
I get that all the time, man. I was thinking about this one night because when I worked for a company called Market Domination, I was a podcast producer for like 6 months. And one of the hosts was this guy, Seth Green. Now, there's this famous Seth Green, sort of famous. You'd know him if you saw him, guy. And then he was introducing a business guy by the name of Brian Adams. And I'm advertising this as Seth Green hosting Brian Adams, and people are coming to think it's this kid who's he had that show with a puppet or something. I forget what it was, but he had a sitcom for a little bit. I think people are thinking this is that kid introducing the rock star, and then when they get there, it's going to be this old business dude interviewing another. Like, this is not what we can do. This is not.
Sunshine made a typo. She was saying Mad Dog.
Yeah, no, Mad Dog was my older brother. And that's how I got to be. There's a long story behind that, and I'll try to make it as short as possible. He was my Mad Dog. He went off to the Marines. People started calling me Mad Dog, and then they found out I was doing hypnotism and mentalism magic, and then it became Mind Dog. So that's the short version of that. But yeah, Mad Dog. Long before there was all these other Mad Dogs around. Blazing Saddles reference. Look it up.
I do know a lot of white mics. There's a lot of white mics.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, I don't know a lot of black mics at all.
I know a few. No, they're Mike and Charles. I know a lot of black guys named Mike and a lot of black guys named Charles.
I know a lot of Charles. Yeah. Mike's, I can't think of any. Like, in my entire life, a lot of Ronnies, a lot of Marks, no Mikes. Can't think of one black Mike in my whole. And my school was like, and I had 2 schools, but my Copeg was 47% black. Lake Wales was 80% black, and I can't remember one black Mike.
I haven't met a Mark in a while though.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, back to my very young days, there were a lot of Marks around. Anyway, let's switch gears here. Nutlick, Lutnick, the money guy for Trump, the Treasury guy. His name is Lutnick, but I call him Nutlick. Somebody pressed him the other day on this whole drug prices are down 700% stuff, and how do you make sense of that? And he was doing like some. I thought this has got to be an Abbott and Costello math bit. Maybe Ron's too young. So Abbott and Costello, where Lou Costello is making the math work, even though it's just ridiculous. He was trying to do that. Like, well, if if you have a drug that is $13, but it was that to get it up to $100, you have to do it by like 700% to get it. So that's what he means.
You're going to hear more today because it broke that the GDP from July to September grew like 2% and now they're going to be stroking themselves. It's like, well, it's still a false flag because it's all those tariffs and shit in there.
And not only that, but most of the money that's being spent in GDP is being spent by the upper crust incomes.
Yeah.
Not the lower, so it's like the median income. It's like if you have a neighborhood and the average income is, let's say, $100,000, and then some guy who's a billionaire moves in, and now the average income of that neighborhood is like 700 million, but only one person is up a billionaire and everybody else is making like 100,000.
Yeah, that's definitely this idea when they even say wages are up. Yeah, wages are up if you factor in Elon Musk just got $1 trillion package from the board of directors over there, and all these other CEOs, United Healthcare, all these fucking CEOs. If you factor in their wages, yeah, the average wage has gone up because you got billionaires making billions and billions more. But if you look at the bottom people or the people in the middle class, their wages are not up. But you can make averages look whatever. But somebody, and maybe it's me, has to take that Lutnick interview with John Roberts from Fox, where he's doing this fucking ridiculous way of, he's right about drug prices being down 700%, because if they were up 700%, it would be a lot. That's not the way it works. But somebody needs to do a video of that with Lou Costello doing the fucking landlord math. How 13 equals.
There's a sketch with the Three Stooges. And I think Mo looks at Larry. Mo looks at Curly and says, "Where's the $20 you owe me?" He goes, "I don't have the 20, but here's $10."
Right.
And then Mo takes that 10, and Larry goes, "You owe me $20." And Mo goes, "Well, I don't have 20, but here's 10." And then Curly goes, "Larry, you owe me $10." And then Larry says, "Okay," and gives him $10. I mean, you owe me $20, and Larry gives him 10. And then Curly goes, "Mo, here's the other 10 I owe you." And there's the same $10 being passed around, and eventually they all say, "We're even, right? We're all squared up." And nobody made any money. Nobody, that same $10 got passed around twice, and it looks like everybody got $20.
Yeah. So somebody, and it shouldn't have to be me because I got enough to do, should put together a video like that and just kind of expose this nut lick for the clown he is, because it's just a fucking comedy show. And I'm sure a lot of the fucking cult members, oh yeah, it makes sense. See, it does make sense. They can't explain it in that retarded way that he does.
Well, it's almost like 1 and 1 is was it that math that what's his name, Howard the Duck, Howard, yeah. Ronnie Howard, the black guy, yeah. Howard something.
Black
the one that did the math, the one with the new math on Howard, the one that was testing everybody, the one that frustrated.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. When you said black
guy,
you're
the one who told us about it is that black guy named Howard something, who was the first Iron Man before Don Cheadle.
I told you about
what does? I know. I can see his face.
Yeah,
Terrence Howard,
right? And he was doing the math. 1 and 1's not 2.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, and he was like, "Yeah, you got to factor in if you got to travel in space.
It's a flower
is
of
it
life.
Really 1 or is it a 0?"
Yeah,
that guy.
Matt B, the singer, on his Instagram page, he's got this woman everywhere, and I'm thinking she wouldn't shut up.
You mean I didn't know that we could hear her?
She was just like talking up a storm behind him. It was making it difficult for him to hear the questions we were asking him and stuff.
She had other customers.
Yeah,
it looks like, or at least other guests, other people there.
Right.
And she didn't know that we could hear her.
Yeah. And maybe if you're going to be on a show, you might want to say, "Shut the fuck up on our show." Maybe. I'm just, maybe that was a little inappropriate. I'm sorry. That's who I am. I don't know if you know that. Anyway, I have the link scrolling across there now. Matt B, the singer, if you want to check out his work. I got to check out more of it today. It did sound very old school. Old school R&B stuff, like the stuff that, I'm just going to expose myself as being like the old doofus boomer that I am. But I love that. Have you seen her? Remember that? Have you seen her? Yeah, like that kind of R&B music. It was just like poppy, happy, not like I got to get me some bitches and hoes in a car and run, whatever. That doesn't appeal to me.
My biggest complaint with rap and hip hop is just they're all smoking too much. All the rappers are smoking too much weed and drinking too much lean because there's so much rap out there that is convoluted to it's just all the same.
They're smoking too much weed, you say?
Yeah, way too much. It's like, take it easy, guys. Maybe you need to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. So is that the drug of choice in the, like, they're not into the old fashioned bad drugs like coke and crack and whatever? And
it seems more like Molly and lean and MDA and things like that.
Never tried any of that stuff. I gave up all that long before that stuff was even Molly is the same as ecstasy, yes or no? No?
Maybe.
No?
Along the same lines. I don't think exactly the same.
Can that be dirtied up with like fentanyl? Do they cut it with fentanyl at all?
No? I think you can, but normally it shouldn't.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think anybody should. And this is the thing that really puzzles me about the fentanyl stuff is like, haven't they developed a test for it so you make sure that's not in your drug? I mean, purity and all, but
well, I mean, if you're if you're to the point where you're shooting up heroin, I don't think you're going to be the type of person that, like, you know what, I should check this out before I put it.
No, I think I hate to disagree with you here because my son was extremely educated on that, and we talked about it lots of times. Like, you don't want to fuck with this stuff because it could be cut with shit. Oh no, and then he ended up killing himself by not testing it. So I would just think there would be or getting some bad stuff and not being
but the money you're spending on testing, you could be spending on good heroin. Yeah. It's the calculated risk that the car industries take. Like, okay, yeah, we could make this car safer, but it's going to cost a little bit more. So let's see, 1 out of 400 people are going to die in this car. That's worth the risk.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. I mean, the dollar amount makes things, but at the time, a lot of 30-year-olds were fucking dropping like flies, and he was very aware.
Yeah, well, not until it starts cutting into your repeat business do you care. So
I know, and at that age, you think you're invincible. Yeah, it'll happen to them, and it won't happen to me, right?
Yeah, if the testing is going to be done, it's got to be done at the supplier level, because you need to repeat business, and if your customers are dying, they're not going to repeat. So
that's not really a good drug dealer.
There was
no, there could be. It's like that movie. Was it Back? No, it's Heaven Can Wait. It says we can be the responsible company. We can be the tuna friendly company. We care about tuna. I could be the drug dealer who cares about fentanyl in your drugs. I'll be the drug dealer that cares.
Well, every year, I don't know if they still do this, but every year for many years, Doug Stanhope's Killer Termites people and Andy Andrews, the issues with Andy people, they'd have this big party in the desert in near Palm Springs. What is that? Death Valley or whatever. And they would go there, and what Brett Erickson was talking about, they bought all this Molly, and they brought a testing kit to make sure it was, fentanyl free at the time, just to make sure. Now, I don't think it cost that much to just test it. And then some people weren't even waiting for the test; they were just diving right in with, whatever. So, I mean, if the test is available, why not? I make sure it's not fucking poison. But again, I don't understand. From the business perspective, the dealers wanting to kill their customers because, if you put this shit in there, you're going to lose a customer, right?
Yeah.
How does it make sense? Make it make sense.
No, I have a question for you two guys.
Maybe when the drug dealers contact the suppliers and they're like, hey, we got people dying here. And they're like, well, our process has changed. So duly noted and call the customer complaint line.
I don't know. Do you think if the government regulated it, it wouldn't have fentanyl in it, right? It wouldn't have. But back in the day, I don't know, you guys are, even GD's too young to remember this because, as you know, I'm a good 60 days older than GD. But back in the day, there was like paraquat. The United States government was spraying weed with chemicals that would kill people on purpose if they got high.
I don't think it'll all become legal because we can. I mean, they sort of reclassified weed, but then you still have that zombie Mitch McConnell who's ever fucking signing his shit for him, saying, "Oh, we should not be legal." It's like, bro, you've been dead for 10 years. Move on.
Yeah, is he even? What is it? Why is he even?
Because he's just
someone is signing his shit. He needs to be in place.
Now, I have a question for you two that's sort of related. My wife and I are having guests over. Yeah, the two of you are invited. I'm just not giving you my address. We're having guests over on Wednesday. And we're providing, like food and alcohol and stuff like that. My wife says, should we have edibles also? Because we know they enjoy edibles. And I said, no. Let them have their own edibles because, first of all, you don't know how that's going to kick in. Let them bring their own edible stuff that they know. I'm not providing them with edibles. And besides that, when they bring some, they always share with me. I don't have to buy any. That's kind of stupid. Would you provide edibles?
Ready to come to your house tomorrow night because I do have the address, and I was now no edibles. Fuck you. I'm going where the first person with edibles.
So my question is, would you guys provide edibles to your guests?
Fuck no.
If they were coming to your house for dinner?
Fuck no. I'll go to your house and steal the edibles from your house and then tell my friends, come with me to GD's house. He's got free edibles.
It depends. If we were having a party and Laura would possibly make a batch. So
edibles are very expensive down here. They're more expensive and for bang for buck. I mean, how high
not if you make them yourself.
I don't know how to make them. I know Kat used to make them, but if you listen to Carl's version, Kat was feeding him edibles all day long, and he wasn't getting anything. And then I gave him 2 of my store-bought edibles, and he was fucking. He couldn't feel his arms, and hallucinating.
No, we've made them at home, and they're very nice. All you need is some a box of Jell-O, some RSO. And that's really it. And follow a recipe. It's pretty basic. If you know how to,
you got to get a magic butter machine.
You can make gummies.
Yeah, that magic butter machine. Duffy McGee 919 says you got to get a magic butter machine, and then you could just add the butter that you make anything you're cooking. That's
yeah. Now I have I have a pot cookbook downstairs, and this is the one where I told you that. They have the warning. The first 27 pages is about the chemistry and stuff like that. And page 28, it says, do not cook while high. That is the first, that should be like on page 1, but it's literally on page 28. The first 27 pages are saying things like, you can try this, you can try that, you can put this, you can make this butter, you can do blah, blah, blah. Before it gets to the recipes, it's giving you the science behind making edibles.
Yeah.
And then telling you on page 28, do not cook while high.
My wife was and still is a prude about marijuana, never tried it in her life. And then she was like, anybody who does is evil and all this stuff. When we were separated for a brief time, she was we weren't really separated. I moved to another house, and then she came and stayed there with me. But I was smoking, and she felt frisky, and she took one puff of one hit of a semi exotic weed, and then my piano was there, and I just hit like an A minor chord. She goes, "Oh, that's Rihanna." I was like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, Rihanna song." And then she went over. She never played the piano before in her life, and she picked out that Rihanna song. I forget the name of it now. But she played it exact. Like she all of a sudden one hit of marijuana and she had perfect pitch. And not only did she have perfect pitch, but she could figure out a Rihanna song by memory. And it's like, what the? And now she hasn't got high since then, and she can't fucking play the piano at all. It's just like, I wish I would have had that on tape, because there's something to that. Like, what the fuck happened there? Like, you took one hit of good weed, and all of a sudden you're fucking Beethoven. What the hell's going on here? What is it saying? Brandon Duffy McGee is Brandon Sterick. Wow.
Yeah.
So
like he changed machines, I guess. Kind of like Evil Ian and
I know what the hell's with all these name changes around here. It's like, is this the witness protection program?
That's what sounds like, witness protection from YouTube. I can't use my real name on YouTube, so I'm Duffy McGee.
I like Duffy McGee. My friend Sunshine says my friend did that butter in eggs and couldn't get out of bed for a day. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some butter and eggs, and I don't want to get out of bed for a day. I would like to wake up Friday morning, like go to bed now and wake up Friday after Christmas. I'm not a Christmas guy. I don't know. Could you tell that about me? I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not a Christmas guy.
My Christmas last year and this year have been pretty wah, wah. So
I bet Sunshine.
Well, last night Ron and I played Santa and we gave away gifts. So go for Mike.
Oh, I bet Sunshine the magic butter machines are fire because they cook everything at the perfect temps and don't destroy the THC or perps. The perfect temps. See, this is my problem. I would overdo it and burn all the good parts out and just be left with weedy tasting fucking brownies or whatever. I think I'm going to take a trip to Texas soon and bring supplies.
Yeah, gummies are the easiest to make.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not brownies. Okay, back in the day when I lived in New Mexico, you could go to Mexico and buy a pound of weed for $60, and it was not bad weed. It wasn't like today's weed, but it wasn't bad weed. And we bake it into cakes
because you can just squeeze it in.
Yeah, and just basically just ground the fuck out of it and mix it in with the cake mix or brownie mix, and that's all we did. We didn't make it butter. But the butter stuff sounds much more attractive.
Yeah, well, the butter makes it more versatile.
Yes, and with the butter, it holds better than like the THC.
Can I buy one of these butter machines on Amazon? Where do I get one of these magic butter machines? I don't know.
You would think that Daily High Club would sell you one.
Daily High Club,
but they don't, because they sell paraphernalia. They just don't sell the drugs. So why wouldn't they have a butter machine?
I don't know. I'm going to check that out. And maybe I get a discount because they're responsive. What do you think about that? No, probably not. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll get one of these butter. But she's a prude about it, so she wouldn't want to help me out with that. But I would fuck it up because I told you last week I made brownies and forgot to put oil in it. And it was just like hard as a rock. The breakdown, this 60 Minutes thing that Trump wanted to have.
How did he get it? How did they get that on television? If they didn't want it seen, where did they get it from?
I think the reporter, the journalist, because she came out and she bashed Barry White, saying she didn't censor this because of content or because of editorial. It was a political, and I think she posted the video on her Substack, and then this Canadian station put it out there. I think that's what happened to it. But it looked they pulled it down from there.
I did start watching it, and I was just saying, well, this is somebody just recording it off of a television set with a camera.
Oh yeah, so it is back up. So yeah, watch the 60 Minutes C-Cut segment. Pretty bad, right?
I just started watching. I didn't get to finish it because I didn't see it until you posted it this morning. And then like there was a show that we were going to do, and so I didn't watch all of it.
Oh,
I had like
do a show?
4 minutes.
Yeah.
But because I was watching that, I didn't even write my introduction for when you say GD Fenderson. I'll go like good morning, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, you could. So in the few minutes that you see, did it seem like worth censoring? Like it was that big?
No, but it was like the first 4 minutes. You
would think you'd want to lead with something really fucking a hook that was going to say, "Oh, I got to watch this." Right? No. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, 60 minutes. With 60 minutes, you're in it for the. When you tune into 60 minutes, at least in the old days, you tuned in for like in-depth reporting. They didn't have to catch you in the beginning. They just said, blah blah,
blah blah blah.
We took our cameras. We took our cameras to CCOT. We had, we gave you like the little basis or something like that. We took our cameras to CCOT. We had to get authority, blah blah blah. We had to do this. We had to do that, and we asked so and so for their input. They declined. They said that in the beginning, and then so that's the part I'm at, where they're just laying the groundwork for the video. I didn't anything beyond that.
So it's CBS, boycott CBS thing. That's not gonna.
I think my wife and I we're pretty much boycotting CBS anyway. The only thing we watch there is Stephen Colbert.
That reminds me of like boycott the NFL, and then nobody did. Like they were boycott the NFL. Yeah, good luck with that. People.
Well, like I said, I wasn't boycotting the NFL. I just stopped watching it.
Stephen Colbert is still on there. I'm surprised.
Till May.
Until May. Now, what I don't know. I don't even know. Like, what's the big show that CBS has that
they said Tracker is one, I guess. And the reason why I know that is because they're always pushing that on the Colbert Show. They're always pushing Tracker.
All right, then. So tomorrow we have more rappers on. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, isn't it?
Yep.
I think I have a VA. What time is my VA show tomorrow? Do you guys know what time my VA show is tomorrow?
At 4 a.m.
I thought you guys are supposed to keep track of my schedule.
I did. It's at 4 a.m. You're supposed to be there when they just want to get up to empty their bladders.
So that's and then I have Christmas Day shows in the psych ward, which
now we're not doing a show here on Christmas Day, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm surprised we're even doing one on Christmas Eve tomorrow here. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But I don't, as long as
I'm working, and I think people gave up late last week.
Now, Sunshine, to answer your questions, there's a link at the very, very, very top of this chat. Very, very top. The first chat, and it's a link to the 60-minute segment. It's not on 60 Minutes, but it's that segment.
Yeah. It's on some Canadian channel, right?
Right. I forgot what it's called.
It's just called the MullerSheWrote.com. Yeah, I'll get you the description again, the link again. Copy link. Here, I'll put the link in the chat so people can boppity boop it right there.
Yeah, see, that's now the first time I clicked on it, it took me to a site to subscribe and they asked for money. Then I had to click again. When I went back to it, it was actually the video.
There's a no thanks button underneath there. Click the no thanks button and you'll be right in there for free.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch the whole thing right now as we get off the air today. And it's only 13 minutes long, but I'm interested. The thing I'm interested in is it bad? Listen, it's not the Epstein files, right? It's like, is anybody surprised that they're treating people bad in a concentration camp? Oh, what a shocker. They're not being nice to people.
Well, unless one of them has information on Trump, then that one would get preferential treatment and probably get like a therapy dog and get get food cooked for them, just like Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah. But she's threatening now, right? Get me out of here or I'm going to expose them more. Like she's blackmailing Trump.
I don't know. Open. That's probably how she got that thing now. And what's his face? That I can't remember the guy that interviewed her. The guy that interviewed her.
Todd Blanche? Is that what?
Yeah, Blanche. He was asked point blank, did he have anything to do with her being moved? And he wouldn't answer that question. He goes, let me say this. It's like, then just say yes. The answer is yes. It's like when they asked Jeffrey Epstein, were you ever in the company of Donald Trump entertaining minors, women under the age of 18? And he goes, I don't want to answer that question right now. I'm going to take the 4th and 5th and 6th Amendment rights.
Amendments to what?
I don't know, but the answer is not no.
Yeah. So all those don't those amendments get thrown out when you wipe your ass with the Constitution and flush? I mean, the amendments go with
it. This is old footage before. This is old footage.
It must really hurt these conservatives that Jeffrey Epstein was clearly the better businessman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was. He was a much better businessman than Trump.
Yeah. Well, also there's like a big mystery of how he got rich in the first place. Before he became this guy who was the sex trafficker, he didn't come from a silver spoon family. Somebody funded him.
He was also trading on pictures and reputation. It'll be like if there's a picture of Ron with President Obama, and Ron does start talking to not wealthy people, but people of means, saying, yeah, Obama and I go back a ways. They'll be like, and so they start lending Ron money based on that. And then he could get, but then it gives him access to other people. And then he can say, yeah, I was saying this is me and Obama, and this is me and Kamala Harris, and this is me and Bill Gates. And then they go like, oh shit, Ron's got his shit together. So now more people will hire me and starts giving him money. And then Ron would say like, and this is Bill Gates getting, fucking a 13-year-old girl. Right. And now Ron gets more money, but this time from Bill Gates.
I don't know. I have a difficult time believing Bill Gates ever fucked anybody.
Well, I just picked Bill Gates because
he doesn't seem. He seemed like a 70-year-old virgin, whatever. But William Barr, Bill Barr, the Attorney General cover-up, his father was a dean of some university. He gave Epstein a job teaching math in a university.
Yeah,
in Manhattan, and he didn't even have a bachelor's degree. Like, he's a math teacher in university and doesn't even have a bachelor's degree. I mean, you're supposed to have a master's or a PhD to be a professor. He's teaching math at university level.
That's what happens. When you have videos of people with girls of a tender age, you get tenure.
Yeah. So, but before we say goodbye here, I want, because other people can look into this too. Last night there was some breaking YouTubers, breaking news about new footage from Epstein's cell that showed up on the DOJ page and then mysteriously vanished like a half hour later. But some people managed to screen cap it and get some of it. I'm interested in what do we know now about what?
Well, that image was returned. It was put back.
Oh, it is? So it's back on the DOJ website?
If I'm thinking of the same image, they removed it.
No, not an image, video. Actually, video of Jeffrey Epstein's cell. We'll get to the bottom of it after this program. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go check out because they're big on all these lefty YouTube channels. They were all talking about it last night, but I was just too tired to look at it then. I'm going to watch the 60 Minutes thing for 30 minutes and then go check out Epstein's cell. There's not damage of footage of him like hanging himself. I'm certain of that. But who came and went?
I'm just curious because for months and months they kept touting this footage that wasn't even of the hallway where his cell was. So
yeah. So maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow.
If it took this long, how do we know that footage hasn't been doctored or something? Why didn't they release that footage first?
Well, if it's incriminating, then we know it wasn't doctored. If it's incriminating Trump and people, we know it's not doctored. He's not going to doctor it to make himself look bad.
What I'm saying is, how do we know? I'm just saying that's.
I know, but I'm saying if it incriminates the people who have had control over it.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah.
All right. So maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, it's time to go now. You guys.
Only if we see it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm going to try.
If you're the only one who sees it, we're not going to talk about it because we didn't see it. We couldn't have a conversation.
I will capture it if I can, download it or screen capture it or whatever, and send you guys links to it. How about that?
Don't be threatening me with a good time.
Yeah. All right. You know what? How about I fucking send hookers to your house with a bag of blow?
Oh yeah? Well, what if I send a bunch of edibles to your fucking house, huh?
Don't you fucking threaten me.
Oh, well, don't you threaten me.
How about I send Ron to your house to blow you?
Oh yeah? What if I send Ron to your house
like,
to blow
hey,
you?
how did I get involved in this? I'm an innocent bystander. I don't want to blow him. Anyway, that's a B. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to turn on your radio. Have a great day and bye for now.
listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.